I apologize for being late. You know what I'm saying? I definitely apologize for being late. As you can see, my shirt is still sweaty. I just came from basketball practice, you know what I'm saying, with my young ladies. So I apologize that I'm late. But I'm here now. We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling and rocking. I don't even have a good thumbnail up because I was rushing out, you know what I mean, trying to get the practice on time because I was running late to practice. But it is what it is, man. We're going to do whoever we got in here, we're going to rock with. Yeah, I don't even have the game up. I'm getting the game up right now so I can see exactly what's going on. All I see is that the score is tied 15-15 with 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Thankfully, I am out of YouTube jail, and I plan to stay out of YouTube jail. You know, although I feel I did nothing to deserve it. But it's neither here nor there. I'm here now. You know what I mean? I'm here now. And we do have a YouTube. We do have a video chat already. We got some guys in the video chat. Right now in the video chat, we got Guillermo, we got Viv, we got Andy, we got Sandy. You know, so we got a nice group of guys that we can talk to and, you know, get busy with the New York Knicks. You know what I mean? So I'm going to come on over here. We're going to talk to the guys. In the meantime, as we're talking and guys are just, you know, kind of getting going, I'm going to try to update this thumbnail, see if maybe we can get the chat full, you know, with a good thumbnail. Because right now I just got a group of us from one of our get-togethers at Madison Square Garden, which is a nice thumbnail anyway. It's a cool thumbnail because we got the whole crew there, you know, chilling and all of that. It's a nice thumbnail. But glad you guys are joining me this evening as the New York Knicks are taking on the Toronto Raptors. A lot to talk about as we're watching this game. Whole lot to talk about. Obviously, the whole Marcus Morris thing. We could talk about that. I want to talk about our point guard situation. Right? I want to talk about, obviously, R.J. Barrett and his performance in Summer League so far. I don't want people to get too crazy about it. A lot of stuff that we could talk about, ladies and gentlemen. Dennis Smith Jr. thinks we can make the playoffs. What do you think? I want to know that, too. So let's get on over here. Let's talk to our group chat real quick. We'll get a group chat rocking, and then you know, we'll keep it moving from there. If you're just joining me, if you're new to the channel, thank you for being here with me. Subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, post in my community section, whatever it is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep you updated with everything going on with our New York Knicks this summer. Everything that happens, preseason, regular season, I'm just going to keep you updated. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. All right? So let me go ahead and get these guys in here, say what's up. All right? Let's go. Let's rock it. Let me see. Guillermo. What's going on with you, Guillermo?
How you doing, big man? No, man, just chilling, watching one stuff on Julius Randle. Got a lot of good stuff on him, and then yeah, just keeping up with this NBA news, man. It's interesting. Marcus Morris is leaving the or he might renege on the Spurs deal. I think it's really interesting. You know, he's a tough player. Even I think his defensive stats a little overrated because I saw some of his advanced stats, like his defensive win shares. But still, that's a guy's tough player, man. So, yeah, I like. For some reason, Knicks. It's funny. We get mad that some of the big creators don't want to come, but the guys that we should build our core with or help to implement the system, then you can kind of build off of them and leave them whatever they want to start coming to the Knicks. So I guess Scott Perry's doing something right in free agency. And again, no one is giving the Knicks any credit in media. But again, most of these guys in media are probably burnt off of getting the quiet and wrong. So,
Right.
It's interesting where things are. But yeah, I'm watching this game. Looks good. I like what I'm seeing from you guys. Just energy, play hard. Everyone's complaining about RJ, but again, this is Summer League. Remember, Steph Curry shot 32% in the Summer League, and Trae Young looked like a bust basically all of the first half of his rookie year. So please, let's not go crazy. I know Iggy looks great, but again, it's Summer League. Let's just sit here and enjoy what we're watching.
And that's it, man. We're gonna sit here and enjoy it and watch these guys. You know, this is a time where guys can get a chance to see what they got to work on to play at an NBA level, those type of things. You know what I mean? You know, so we can't go crazy and take too much into it.
You want these guys to make mistakes, especially the rookies. I mean, just in a year's sake, you see Kevin Knox being a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
Now, obviously, summer league, so I can't really take that. You know, what's going to happen in the regular league, but but he's taking some of the things that have been said about him, criticism to heart. A lot better. RJ Barrett, you want to see RJ Barrett take every bad shot and get it out of his system like a bad cold. So let's just sit back and enjoy these guys, and let's be more encouraging. Let's look for more of the positives in summer league. We criticize them in the regular season, but let's just chill out for summer league.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that, and you're right. You know what I'm saying? You want RJ to take, you know, learn, try to understand what his shot selection should be while he's in summer league. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we'll be good. We'll be good. Kevin Knox gives us the lead, 21-19. The Knicks are up 21-19 over the Toronto Raptors. Both teams are 0-2. Right? So, you know, in my opinion, I'm hoping that the Knicks are fiending for a win. They should be fiending for a win. You know, so I want to see this, you know, clamped up defense. They're playing hard right now, playing hard defense right now. Kevin Knox. Not just Kevin Knox, but Kadeem Allen, Mitch Robinson, and Kevin Knox helped to create a turnover as the New York Knicks are getting the basketball back. And for those who are just joining me, I may be a little bit behind you because I'm streaming it on YouTube TV. So don't be frustrated if I'm a little bit behind you.
I'm a little bit behind too. Damn.
Yeah, it's always going to be like that. That's the way it is nowadays, you know. Right now on the screen, they got the Knicks young core, Dennis Smith Jr., Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett. You know, they got that as our young core. They didn't put Iggy in there. They probably should have. Looks like Kevin Knox is going to the line after picking up a blocking foul, making a nice move to the basket. They should have Iggy in there, and you know, there's a couple other guys that they should have in there as well. But, you know, this is NBA TV. So NBA TV, I don't like NBA TV at all. I'm gonna tell you. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it, right? Because sometimes I mean, like I was watching NBA TV the other day, and for every team in the league, you know, team like the Knicks, they put up some bogus lineup and was like, "This is your starting lineup," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I mean, they had some not weird people, but they had people starting that definitely are not going to start for this team. You know, NBA TV, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever. But let me get around, Gormo. Let me get around to some of the other guys in the chat. I'm going to get back to you. Let me see who just jumped in. The Knicks are up 23-19 over the Toronto Raptors. Again, both teams are 0-2 in the Summer League. And the Knicks, man, I'm really hoping that the Knicks can pull out a win here. The New York Knicks have, you know, basically they said they want to win the Summer League. Well, let's get it done then. You know what I'm saying? You want to try to win that championship. You're 0-2 now. I don't know what the tournament rules are, and if everybody makes the playoffs or whatever it is. But you know, if they really want to try to win it, let's start now. And I like to see them take that mentality in. You know, people. You know, I've you know, a lot of people have said that, you know, they should rest Knox. They should rest Mitch Robinson for the remainder of the Summer League and stuff like that. I'm not with it. The guys need to play ball, man. Guys need to play ball. Viv, I'm coming to you, bro. What's good with you, man?
What's going on, Tim? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How you been?
I'm good. I'm watching. I'm a little behind you on the stream. I'm watching it on ESPN stream. So
okay,
you know, because I don't got NBA TV on my TV, so I'm a little behind. But yeah, I mean, I'll echo some of Guillermo's statements. You know, we don't want to get too high. We don't want to get too low on any player, right? So, you know, you want to stay level-headed a little bit. You know, take what the positives are. You know, enjoy the positives, and then, you know, take some of the negatives and then try to build off of it. So, you know, it's been like that. You know, the Knicks came up the first two games. They had nice big leads, and then they gave it up in the second half. But the only point I'll kind of push back on is, I think with only 2 to 3 games left, I think it's a good idea for the Knicks to start evaluating some of the other players they brought in the Summer League that they invited, particularly like some of those undrafted signings, to see who's worth bringing onto the training camp squad. and there's a bunch of players that we have not seen just yet. So, I would
I
like
get that.
them to squeeze some of these players in.
get
Guys
that.
like BJ King, guys like, give Amir Hinton more minutes, there's a bunch of people that haven't even played. So start giving some of those guys some more minutes. Lamar Peters, giving him more minutes too. Just so we can kind of see a little bit of them. And I think it's more important, than wins and losses than to, get a better evaluation of some of these guys too.
I get that.
So,
No, I definitely understand what you're saying. I just want to. You're right. You're right. I do want to see some of those guys, and they should be evaluating some of those guys. And it's only fair to have some of those guys play because they're fighting for the NBA lives. You know what I mean? They're trying to make teams and things like that. When it comes down to the end of the games, though, I want to see, our rotation guys in because I do want to try to win. I think there's a lot of people, in my opinion, they look and they say, it's just Summer League. Why try to win it? But I do think it's important to try to instill that type of mentality in the team.
No, I do. I hear you. I think also what we should try to do is let's try to, win the games, but also like go with whoever's hot, right? So whether it's a guy that's whoever's playing well, let's just try to maximize their shooting streak, et cetera. So, look, there's a lot of players I like on this team, but it's going to be very hard to fit them on the opening roster. Whether it's guys like Kenny Wooten.
Let's talk about him.
I love the energy that both those players bring, but obviously it's very hard to envision both them. Obviously there's no shot on the NBA roster, but to try to fit them into our G League team, that would be the real challenge. So
right. And I want to talk about Kenny Wooten because he's made an impression on the team. It seems so far, right? It seems like Kenny Wooten's made a positive impression on the team. He plays with a lot of energy. He's athletic. He's a guy that, I can see the Knicks picking up on that summer, giving him an invite to training camp and then possibly even if they feel like Kadeem Allen maybe isn't giving them what we need. I know that they really do like Kadeem Allen. But I'm not going to say, if there's a guy like Kenny Wooten that proves that he's more worthy of that two-way contract, they take it away from Kadeem and give it to Kenny Wooten. Who knows? Yeah,
I mean, even sadly, the other guy that didn't play because he was sick, was it Wilkes?
Yeah, Chris Wilkes. Yeah.
So I mean, it could be an interesting competition, but I would love to see a guy like Kenny Wooten develop in our Westchester system just to see. Give him minutes. He's like a pogo stick type of he's like a pogo. He just blocks shots, at any will, any way, and he's like a little pogo stick just jumping around everywhere. So, I'm curious. The energy is very contagious, and if one thing in the G League I realize that guys that bring that type of defensive energy, it's very very contagious in that environment. That whole. It reminds you of high school ball or middle school AAU, high school. That energy is very contagious in the crowd. So the crowd will definitely feed off of it.
Yeah.
So
and right now, ladies,
I think got potential.
Yeah, right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Knicks are down 25-23, 8:07 left in the second quarter. Although you got to be able to guard. You got to be able to get the rebound when you're in a defensive position on the foul line and you have the advantage under the basket. You got to get those rebounds. It's uncalled for to me. Uncalled for to me. That's how right now the Knicks are down 25-23. It's gonna happen with young kids. It's gonna happen with young guys. Things like that. It tears me up. It burns me up. Even with my AAU team, it burns me up when we do things like that. You're on the free throw line. You have the advantage because of the position that you're in, and you give up a rebound. It kills me, man. It kills me. You know what I mean? It really bothers me. But that's how it goes in the NBA sometimes. You know what I mean? Viv, you still there?
Yep, I'm still there. Yep.
Oh, give me 1 second. All right, we should be good now. But anyway, Viv, I'm gonna get around to the rest of the chat. Some people were calling in, ladies and gentlemen. I'll open up the lines in a little bit, not right now. Okay, just got here. Want to try to get settled in a little bit if I can. Thank you. I appreciate it. The Knicks down 23-27 to the Toronto Raptors in the second quarter. I want to see the Knicks pull this win out. I do not want to see the Knicks go 0-3. I know it doesn't mean anything, and people are probably looking at me and saying, Sim, what's wrong with you? Why are you so worried about getting a win? It just, I don't want to see the Knicks lose. I don't want to see the Knicks go down 0-3. I want to start that winning type of a culture. That's why. Let me get around. I'll come back to you, Viv.
Yep.
My man Andy, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
I'm good. How are you? Good morning to you.
Yeah, it's 4 a.m. here, so I'm up watching, like always, the live games.
I don't know how the hell you're going to watch this game.
Since
a little bit.
since we didn't
Summer
make
League,
the
man, I don't know what to tell
playoffs,
you.
I'm hungry for NBA games.
Say that again, Andy. I'm sorry, I
Since we
didn't hear
didn't
you.
make the playoffs, I'm hungry for NBA games, even Summer League.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm like, man. I'm hungry for it. I'm hungry for it. We played 2 games in Summer League, and of course, we didn't really get a chance to finish up the last stream because I was knocked off. You know what I mean? But what's your take so far? 2 games in the Summer League. What's your take? How do you feel? There's a lot of people who are noticeably disappointed.
I'm not looking at the individual things for the guys. Actually, I'm looking for it, but it's not really important for me because I know they're gonna adjust when the real games come. But I'm surprised that we are lacking rebounding. I was thinking we're gonna be really, really better at that aspect because we have Mitch. And we have, Knox rebounded quite well for his position. I was thinking, maybe other guys going to chip in a little bit, but our team defense rebounding, it's really looking bad.
Yeah, and just some of the clips that I seen from, that the Knicks posted on Twitter and things like that. And they were really trying to focus on defense, and their defense hasn't been that good, especially that pick and roll defense hasn't been that good. And it's gonna listen. I know that they're young players and things like that, but it's something that we're really gonna have to fix. We really got to fix that pick and roll defense. That screen and roll defense has killed us in this Summer League. And then what I noticed from the team, sometimes they kind of get when another team goes on a run. They kind of get, I don't know if I want to say down on themselves, but they don't have what it takes to pull themselves back. Sometimes
they're pouting a little bit.
Pouting a little bit, getting in there feeling.
Often that's because one guy has a lapse like Knox. He doesn't box out his guy, and the guy runs in from the 3-point line just to duck it back and put back, stuff like that. And that's that's I don't know. It's upsetting the other guys probably. So that's why they cannot pick up it as a team and put it on the offensive end. Of course, we got guys like Knox that can try. Like in this game, I don't know, he's taking already like 12 shots probably. So he's trying to put it on himself. Even if he plays a bad on the defensive end, he tries to go right back at them, the offensive one. So. For a short amount of time, it's cool. But like in this game, I don't think, let me check even how much of these shots did he already take? Because it's 7. So you got RJ maybe with 5, and the rest of the guys had like 1 or 2 field goals attempts. So he's taking over the game on the offensive end for the Knicks.
Yeah.
And since he's going to put it in, it's going to be good. But if he starts missing, he needs to change the game and pass off the ball a little bit more.
But it's nice to see because this is something that we want Knox to do, right?
Of course. When he obviously is going to try to start to miss him, he needs to quickly adjust, and because he's not he has a good shot and stuff like that, but I don't think he's like those streaky shooters. Like shooting guards, that only shoot. he can drive to the basket and stuff like that, and adjust and mix it up
Right.
a little bit.
And again, then I'm sorry.
This game he does it, so it's not that bad. But if he's gonna mix it up, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be worse if he's gonna be standing in the corner and just checking up threes.
Yeah. And again, the Knicks killed on the screen and roll. This screen and roll, listen, I know I'm talking a lot about it. It's going to kill me this season if we can't guard this screen and roll. We've got to do a better job. Iggy, Kenny Wooten got hurt on that screen and roll there. Right now, we're letting guys get in the lane through the screen and roll, through penetration. The Knicks are down 31-23. Our defense looks terrible.
Yeah.
And that's something that I really wanted to see coming into this summer league is the Knicks just play good defense. Right? I wanted to see the Knicks play good defense coming into this summer league. And right now, that's not happening. We can't guard the screen and roll. We're letting guys penetrate down the lane like nothing's there. We can't let that happen. You know what I mean? I'm going to come back to you, and
that was a textbook, screen and roll play that's going to be in almost every NBA play. So
exactly. Knicks down. The Knicks down 31-23 to the Toronto Raptors, to the 0-2 Toronto Raptors. The Knicks are 0-2 as well. RJ Barrett to the cup with a floater, and RJ Barrett is going to the line. That's the one thing I'll say about RJ Barrett. He does a good job of creating contact or getting to the line. And if he can continue to do that throughout his career, he'll be just fine. He's got to make free throws though. Right? He's got to learn how to make the free throws. If you're gonna be able to penetrate and go to the basket, you got to be able to knock down free throws. He knocks down this one. The Knicks are down by 7. He's got 6. RJ Barrett has 6 points tonight. The Knicks number 3 draft pick out of Duke. It's now 31-25. RJ Barrett knocks down both free throws. He's got 7 points on the night. The thing for RJ, I feel. He just needs to calm down and relax, not push too much. I feel like he's pushing. Just let the game come to him. If he just plays and lets the game come to him, play off of his other players. Nice pass by Iggy, and Kenny Wooten loses the ball out of bounds. But I think if RJ Barrett just relaxes, plays his basketball game, not tries to force anything, he'll be just fine. He'll be just fine. He's just got to relax a little bit. Stay cool, stay calm. I want to come to Mark. Okay, I can come to Mark now because, see, before he was upside down. You know what I mean? He was upside down, so I can come to Mark now. I'm going to come to Mark, and then I'm going to kick him out. Let me see. I'm kicking out Mark, and I'm kicking out Isaiah. So I'm going to come to you, Mark, and then I'm kicking you out because you don't have your name in the thing. Oh, I'm going to have to kick out Guillermo, too. Mark, what's going on? What's good?
What's cracking, man? Why you got to kick me out for?
Because your name tag says guest on it, and people need to know who you are.
Bro, people know who I am. Do I have to put my name there?
Yes.
All right, I'll put it when I'm done.
Yeah. You lucky I was about to kick you out. So tell me, man, what's going on? How you feeling right now? Right now?
Could they put RJ closer to the rim? I don't like. I know it's just summer league. I just prefer him close to the rim because he can't shoot right now.
I get it, but Kevin Knox with a nice steal on the break, and he should be going to the line.
Yeah,
I love what Kevin Knox. I'm sorry, Mark. I love what Kevin Knox is doing right now. Kevin Knox with a nice steal. He's going to the line. I really like the way Kevin Knox is playing. He's got to replicate this, and he's got to do this in the league, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's got to do it in the league.
Like, constantly. That's what I like. But for RJ, they need to stop giving the ball up top. Let him get it in the mid-post or closer to the basket. It's more effective around the basket area. Now, if you give him the ball, allow him to dribble, he don't have the shaky hand to get the defender off him. Well, he's too slow right now because, like I said, he hasn't worked out. But still,
he's never going to have that.
He don't have that elusive handle to create space.
I don't know if he's ever going to have that elusive handle. Yeah, that's not him.
He's a stiff.
Listen, when I'm thinking of RJ Barrett, we need to think of Ron Artest, Paul Pierce. Those guys didn't have that elusive, quick, fast type of handle.
That's why I said put him close to the basket.
That's not what they had. And, maybe in the future that's what he does. I don't know if he has those kind of mid-post moves yet. You know, let's see.
Not even that, because he likes to drive to the basket. If you put him in the mid-post, he will do he has to learn how to jab step, but just he's a threat closer to the basket because he's powerful. He has strength getting to the rack. It's very powerful. So you want to put him right there to be more effective.
I like where you're going with it.
For the basket, it looks horrible.
I definitely like where you're going with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely like where you're going with it. Getting him, getting that ball on the elbow.
Yeah.
Getting him using that jab step a little bit.
He need to learn that little. He need to learn that little mellow jab step for his sake, because he's not a good shooter yet.
Yet.
He's
We'll
more
see
of
if
a
we.
spot up shooter. Like he's
We'll
an
see if we're gonna get there.
Shooter. He ain't some guy shooting the ball off the dribble and making a shot. His game is more predicated at getting to the rack. That's what his game is more.
It is. I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. That's his game.
And then one
Getting
thing
to the
that I
rack.
learned to stop
That's what he
doing,
does.
and he's doing this in college. Bro, stop dribbling into the defense. I understand you're strong, but sometimes just pass it back out, bro.
Well, he's see. This is the thing. He's got to learn that in the NBA he can't do it. He hasn't learned that. He hasn't learned it yet. Because in college he can get away with it.
But I like when he barrels himself into the paint.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he gets those calls.
Yeah, in college he could get away with that in college. He can't get away with it in the NBA. So he's still got to learn that.
Yeah, and they need to get Kadeem off the floor. He's looking shaky right now. It's so funny that my boy Trey's not playing, and the offense looks so good with him on the floor compared to Kadeem right now. He's looking real shaky right now, bro.
Well. Hey, Mark, do me a favor. Can you make sure you have that down in the back? All right, you got to turn that. You got to turn that down in the back to make sure that it's not heard over the stream. The thing about I don't know what's up with Kadeem Allen, man. He's not looking good this summer league. He's not looking good.
He look like he feel like he can't make the team no more.
And if he's not careful, he's gonna lose his position. He'll lose his spot if he's not careful. Right now, the Knicks are down by 4 points. It's 31-27. The Toronto Raptors are up 31-27. If the Knicks are playing, they should be playing better. They're playing against an 0-2 team. The Knicks are 0-2 as well. So,
I want to win games because I just want to see them get into the playoffs so I can see more games of them. That's why people are wanting them to win, because they want to see more games.
Yeah. Now, tell me, and Kevin Knox again going to the line. Kevin Knox caught the ball in the mid-post again, and he's going to the line. I'm really, really, really enjoying what I'm seeing from Kevin Knox, man. I like what I'm seeing from Kevin Knox.
He's not disappearing on the floor. That's what I hated last year.
And listen, last game, he disappeared on the floor last game.
Yes, he did.
He disappeared on the floor the last game.
But I like that he's getting to the rack. He has to, like I said, he has the first step to cause havoc on the defensive player for them to foul him because he's long. And he has a good line strive.
Yeah. Kevin Knox knocks down 2. It is now 31-29. The Raptors are up. 4:05 left in the second quarter. I like what I'm seeing from Kevin Knox, ladies and gentlemen. I did want to go back and comment on something you were saying, Mark, about Alonzo Trier. You know why the offense is looking better with Alonzo Trier? Even though people complain that Alonzo Trier, people complain that Alonzo Trier doesn't move the ball and this and that. It's because Alonzo Trier is a threat that everybody knows.
I love it.
He is a threat, and everybody knows that he is a threat. So when you're a threat, what happens? You draw attention. See, RJ Barrett,
he ain't no chump.
Yeah, RJ Barrett hasn't proved that he's a threat yet.
No,
right? Kevin Knox wasn't gonna let that dude rip the ball from him. He said, Zion did it. You're not doing it. You're too skinny. He was aware at that time. He wasn't letting it happen. But yeah, see, Alonzo Trier is a threat. And when you're a threat, you're going to draw attention. And so when you draw attention, now you can kick. People are worried about you. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to get the ball off. Look, and now they're showing, now they're going to show that, but they're going to show Kevin Knox snatch the ball from,
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah, I knew they were going to show it. Scrubs.
I realized the last few days, the media just keep coming out on the Knicks. All right, let it go.
It don't matter what the Knicks do. It don't matter what the Knicks do.
It's getting to a point. You know what? It's getting to a point
R.J. Barrett with the alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. It looks like Mitchell Robinson he's not going to the line. The foul was on the floor.
What are the Knicks doing defensively? It just kills me that they just it just annoys me.
I feel you.
How they scramble. Like, why are you scrambling?
Well, we'll have to see. I have to go back and look at what you're talking about to see why they're scrambling. You know, most of the time when you're scrambling, it means somebody double team.
They're doubling up top. For some reason, the Knicks always doubles. Always. And I don't understand why.
Well, it could be due to scheme. Who knows? But again, once again, the Knicks and yes, Toronto knocks down the bucket. It's 33-29, 30. Well, I guess I'm a little bit behind because Mark knew that they were going to double before I knew that they were going to double. So I'm a little bit behind. And Toronto for three, bang, knocks it down. The Knicks are now down 36-29. Just as the Knicks were climbing back in the game, a few defensive lapses, a few bad plays.
You know what I don't like about Knox?
Kevin Knox with the mid-range pull-up. Mitch Robinson. Yeah. Looks like they called a foul. I'm gonna come back to you, Mark.
Yeah.
Let me see who was around. I'm gonna come back to you. The Knicks down 36-29 to the Toronto Raptors. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the second quarter. All right, let me see who's knocking to get in. That's Mark again, so I can take that out of here. Let me see who happens. Kadeem, what's going on, man? How you feeling? Kareem. I meant Kareem. I said Kadeem.
Oh, son, that's messed up, son. I'm hurt.
I didn't mean to call you Kadeem, bro.
I'm appalled.
I called him Kadeem. I meant to say Kareem. I called him Kadeem.
Kadeem
My
Allen,
bad.
that's fine, man. Yeah.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm well. And yourself, how you doing?
I'm doing not bad at all. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I just got home not too long ago from basketball practice. Sat down. My shirt was all sweaty. Hopefully it's cleaned up now. Look a little bit better. You know, but I went ahead and I was rushing. I was like, let me get here, man. I know I'm running late.
Yeah, I just seen a notification, so I hopped on. I was hoping it wasn't like the draft night. This room was full.
Oh, I know.
I was trying to get in the entire night, like trying to get in the club. Kept knocking.
Right. Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, Mitchell Robinson knocks down one free throw. It's 36-30 Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey,
so
Sim, you know what I was just telling them in the chat?
What's that?
I think this dude, Iggy, man, is going to have a better rookie season than Barrett.
You think so?
I'm surprised he fell that far down in the draft. I feel like he has – because, see, here's the thing. Like Knox, even his first year, right? You need a few go-to moves. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you need ways to create at times. Uh-huh. And I believe that RJ and also Knox, they don't have that coming in. You know, so they're going to struggle at times.
Yeah. And give me 1 second, Kareem. Right now, the Knicks are down 41-30 to the Toronto Raptors.
Damn.
They went down double digits. RJ Barrett gets the ball, finds Mitchell Robinson in the lane for the layup.
Okay, I see it.
It's a nice pass. Nice look. Passed it out of the double team. But the Knicks have got to do something defensively, man. They continue to give up screener rolls. They continue to give up lanes to the basket. You know, they lose their man. They're ball watching on the defensive end. Just that time, RJ Barrett was ball watching on the defensive end while his man relocated. Iggy with the three, misses. Three white shirts in the paint to rebound. No blue shirts. And then they find somebody wide open on the break. Iggy gets the steal. No numbers for the Knicks. Iggy pulls it back, but he finds Kevin Knox in the mid-post. Kevin Knox makes a move, but he loses it. He gets ripped. Toronto on the break, and they get fouled going to the line. 43-32, Toronto Raptors. Actually, now it's 44-32, Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean.
Hey, Sim, you know I wanted to ask you?
Yeah.
You mentioned Kadeem Allen looking horrible in the Summer League, right?
Uh-huh.
Bro, he
Well,
almost
I'm not gonna say horrible. I'm not gonna.
Still in the summer league. Come on, man. You know,
I mean,
it's been one for him, man.
Yeah,
Send him to Turkey or something.
Right.
Turks and Caicos or something like that, man. It's been like he's been in there for like a decade, man.
Yeah. He has been in the summer league for a while. I don't know what's going on. Why he's still in the league?
Yeah,
I guess
he's had a struggle. I think honestly his size too is a factor.
Yeah.
You know, but I think, man, what we have, once we start playing, we got long enough plays to play defense, you know, but we can't get beat on these screens. It's going to be a long season if we continue to get beat
Now the thing
on the screen and roll.
Right. Now the thing that I'll say is, you know, looking at the lineup we have on the floor, you know, maybe 3 of these guys are going to be starters. You know, we should have another power forward out there on the floor, Julius Randle, and then another point guard, either Dennis Smith Jr. or Elfrid Payton. So, you know, maybe things will be a little bit different when we get into the regular season. And if these guys aren't getting it done, there's enough depth on the team and guys that know how to get it done. And again, I mean, that was a contested 3, but, you know, when you start letting guys get comfortable, that's what happens. They'll knock down contested threes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got to play aggressive, in-your-face style of defense so that guys don't get into a rhythm and get comfortable. The Knicks are down 13. RJ Barrett with the ball to the rack. Looks like maybe he should have been fouled, but he misses the shot. The Raptors come up for 3. No. Knicks down 47-34 at half. Now, let's put this in perspective. The first game of the Summer League, the Knicks scored 32 points in the first quarter. 10 minutes a quarter. 32 points in the first quarter. The Knicks have 34 points at the half versus the Toronto Raptors.
Yeah.
But I wanted to get back. I wanted to get back. I'll let you get it. My bad. I wanted to get back to what you were saying about Iggy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. One of the things that I notice about Iggy is that he's comfortable with who he is as a player. He understands what he can and cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He gets it. He knows, you know, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are, and that's going to help him, in my opinion. You know, that's definitely going to help him because he's going to know, you know, just certain things. You know, he'll know. Well, I can't. You know, I'm not that fast, so I'm not going to try to beat everybody up the floor, or I'm not going to try to do this or do that, because he understands his limitations. And that is a key to any basketball player, to understand your limitations. If you understand your limitations, then you can play within yourself, you know. And, you know, guys like RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, playing at lower levels, they had no limitations, right?
Exactly.
Because they were superior. They had superior talent. Mm-hmm. Now when they get into the league, they, like you said, they've got to learn. They've got to learn what their limitations are. You know what I mean? And it might take a little while. And then or they've got to learn, even if they've got to learn what their limitations are, work on those limitations so that they're no longer limitations. Someone like Iggy, he may always have the same limitations. Guys like RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, they can probably work on a few things and turn those limitations into strengths. But they got to understand what their limitations are and then work on them so that they can become strengths, but understand when and how to use them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, you know what I feel like some with Iggy too, man?
Uh-huh.
With him, with Iggy, right? He knows his weaknesses and strengths, right? But he's going to hustle and outwork you. That he seems like the type of dude that's going to outwork you and outwit you on the court.
Right.
You know, and I like players like that. And also, we just spoke about the screen and roll. I honestly believe that this year, we need to let Frank be him and put him in those situations where we're getting burnt, put Frank on that assignment.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm definitely with you on that.
He was best defending the screen and roll.
Yeah.
So, you know, just let him be him because we're going to need him. We're going to need him on a defensive end.
Right. At the half, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come right back to you, Kareem. I still have you live. I just want to get to some of these box scores. At the half, it's 47-34. The Toronto Raptors are up on the Knicks by 13 points, up by double digits. Kevin Knox is leading the way for the Knicks. He's got 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. He's shooting. He's only 2 for 9 from the field, but he is 8 for 10 from the free throw line. So that's nice to see that he's getting to the line. He's shooting 22.2% from the field. Ignaz Brazdeikis starting again because Alonzo Trier's out sick. So Iggy is starting. He's got 3 points. He's shooting 25% from the field. He's got 1 rebound. Mitchell Robinson, he's got 3 points, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers, only 1 block for Mitchell Robinson. RJ Barrett's got 7 points. He's 2 for 7 from the field. He also has 5 rebounds. That's one thing I'll say. He is rebounding the basketball. He may not be shooting well, but he's finding other ways to contribute. I'll give him that. We got to give him that. Right? He's got 3 assists as well, and he's got 1 turnover. He also has 1 block. So while RJ Barrett is not shooting well, he's finding other ways to contribute on the floor. Kadeem Allen has 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover. Tyler Kavanaugh has 3 points. Kenny Wooten, no points, 1 rebound. Amir Hinton, he's got no points. VJ King has no points. Markel Crawford has no points. But yeah, that's the one thing I'll say about RJ Barrett. He is finding ways to contribute, although his shot is not falling. And I think we at least got to give him that.
Don't touch the outlets. Hilarious.
We at least got to give him that right there. He's finding ways to contribute, even though he's not scoring the basketball. Kadeem, I keep calling you Kadeem. Kareem. I'm going to get on over here. I'm going to see what's up with Nick. Talk to Nick. All right, I'll be back. No problem. And my man with the sunglasses on, you know what I'm saying? Can you guys let him know that he's got to put his name. He's got to put his name. Guillermo, too. I'm taking Guillermo out. He's got Guillermo. I need you to put your name on there, Guillermo. I'm taking Guillermo out of there. Out of there until you put your name on. If you don't got your name on, I'm taking you out. That's just how it's got to be. You don't got your name on, I'm taking you out the chat. You got to put your name on there. People need to know who you are. Nick, what's going on, man?
Ain't not much, Sam. What's up with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. How you feeling? How you feeling about the Summer League, man?
I mean, it's just player evaluation. So, I mean, it's okay. We hadn't seen some of the guys that we don't know anything about, so it's hard to really evaluate them. Iggy's been good. What's the other dude named Kavanaugh? He looks good too. One thing I wanted to get on you about was the name is Ignaz Brazdeikis. Ignaz. You butcher that name every.
Hold on.
I'm gonna type in my name, Sam.
Ignaz Brazdeikis.
Ignaz
so
Brazdeikis. What am I saying? Brazdeikis? I'm saying Brazdeikis. Brazdeikis. Yeah. I need. I need a.
Anyway.
Is Brazdeikis? All right, Brazdeikis. I need some kind of instructional manual on how to pronounce some of these names. You know what I mean? Something.
Especially the European names, man.
Yeah, I need some kind of instructional manual or something like that. But how you feeling about RJ Barrett so far? I mean, I feel like his shot's not falling, but he is doing other things. If he gets another 10 rebounds tonight, okay, he's got 3 assists, he's got 1 block, right? He's doing other things to contribute and be a part of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. I just saw him, and it was a turnover, but he tried to do a wraparound pass. The idea that he's not as athletic as most guys in the NBA, or a lot of guys in the NBA, I should say. But the fact that he could get to his spot is encouraging. The fact that he could actually get to a point where he can make plays like that's big, because sometimes a lot of guys who don't have the athleticism, they just give up on even trying to get to different spots. And he's another player that's going to have to work on his ball handling, just like Kevin Knox last year, to be able to get to the rim. And then Kevin Knox, he's getting to the rim this year, at least right now. Like, you could see a pathway to them growing into good players.
Yeah. And I definitely agree with that. We just got to be, listen, we just got to be patient and let him learn. Just let him learn the NBA game. Let him learn how to play. You know what I mean? I know people that say, well, he's the number 3 draft pick. He's supposed to come in and be this or that. But it's just not that way. You know, the third quarter is beginning, ladies and gentlemen, with the Toronto Raptors up by 13 points. And the Raptors again score in the paint. Nope, they do not score in the paint. I don't know what the call was, but the Knicks are getting the basketball back. And we'll see if we can try to put together some kind of run here. Kevin Knox to the cup. Nice move to the basket. Still, what I want to see from, and Mitchell Robinson with the rebound and was fouled going back up, so he's getting ready to shoot from the free throw line. What I want to see from Kevin Knox a little bit more is him extending to the basket. A lot of times he would let the ball up a little bit too early and never really extend. You know, when he gets to the cup, I want to see him extend to the basket. You know, extend to the basket. You know, that's going to help you to score. That's going to help you to get to the free throw line. If you're not extending to the basket, that means you're letting your shot up short. You're probably not, if you're letting your shot up short, then you're probably not going to be accurate. Mitchell Robinson misses both free throws, so the Knicks are now down 47-34. The Knicks have not been good from the free throw line during this summer league. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound, gets the ball to Kadeem. Kadeem advances the ball up the floor. Comes off Mitch's screen, or actually he slipped Mitch's screen. Went opposite of Mitch's screen, went to the basket. It's blocked out of bounds, and Kadeem Allen will inbounds the basketball. Inbound, ball goes to R.J. Barrett. Barrett.
Good defense.
Good defense on Barrett. Kicks the ball back out to Iggy. Iggy pulls for 3 and no. Again, 4 white shirts in the paint for a rebound. Every single Knick was running back in transition defense. At least can we get one guy down there fighting for a rebound? One guy down there fighting for a rebound? I'm going to come back to you, Nick. Iggy with the rebound, advances the ball. He's pushing the ball up the floor. Middle of the floor. Comes back. He finds Mitch on the screen and roll. Nice pass. Mitch with the dunk. 47-36. Toronto Raptors. I want to see us push the ball like that more. And see, here's the thing when you have guys, like right now, we have a lot of guys on the floor that can play multiple positions, right? And we got guys that can get the ball off the glass and go. But none of them are just straight up rebounders except for Mitch. But he's not going to grab every rebounder. We need another guy that wants to get down in there and fight for a rebound and get dirty for a rebound. You know what I mean? You need another guy that's willing to do that, that's getting in there, because we cannot continue to just get smacked on the boards as the Toronto Raptors knock down another 3. Lloyd, number 8, Lloyd, knocks down another 3. The Raptors go up 14 points. The biggest lead of the night. Iggy back out to Kadeem Allen for 3. Short. And again, the Raptors bring in the rebound on the break. Fouled on the break by Kadeem Allen. And, doesn't look like I don't know. The Knicks not looking good right now. For a team that says that they really want to win in this summer league, they're not looking like a team that's desperate for a win right now, which they should be. In my opinion, any time that you are 0-2 in a league that only has 4 or 5 games, you should be looking for a win. R.J. Barrett brings in the rebound. He's advancing the ball up the floor. Stops at the top of the key. Comes over to the wing. Swings it to Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox penetrates to the cup. Flips it up. Miss. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. Ball's tapped around. Toronto finally brings in the basketball They advance the ball up the floor. They kick it to 13. I don't know these guys' names, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm sorry about that. Toronto with the nice little slip, and they convert the layup. The Knicks are getting killed on these screener rolls, screener pops, slip screens. They're getting killed on it every time. They are confused and do not know what to do, ladies and gentlemen. They are confused and they do not know what to do. That was a nice slip screen with a wraparound pass. Really nice play from the Toronto Raptors there. That's just good basketball. That's just knowing how to play basketball. You don't even need to teach that as a play. That's not a play. That's just basketball. You know what I mean? That's just basic basketball right there. Inbounds to R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett at the top of the key. Looking for the screen from Iggy as my screen stops. Whatever happened, the Knicks lose the ball. Toronto in transition to the cup, and another layup from the Toronto Raptors. The Knicks are down by 18 points, and this is threatening to get out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks call a timeout. They're down 54-36 with 6 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Knicks down by 18 points. You know, I don't know, Knicks. What are we going to do here? It's not looking good. My man right here, DBK Barron. I'm going to come to Barron. DBK Barron, I'm coming to you, man. What's going on with you, my man?
All right.
How you feeling?
I'm doing all right.
All right.
First time calling in. Just want to talk about RJ real quick.
Oh, all right. All right. How you feeling about it? No doubt. Go ahead.
You know, I've been clowning on RJ a little bit in the chat, but I think Monica McNutt with MSG, she made a good point. She was saying that while she was at Summer League, that RJ's parents and his PR guy and his agent were around the whole time. And I just think the guy, he's going to have an easier time when the season starts, when a coach is going to be able to, keep those kind of influences outside of the locker room. And the guy will be able to just play more freely. And he hasn't even signed a shoe deal, so I'm sure that's on his mind. And I just see him improving. You know, people need to keep in mind Trae Young also had a terrible summer league, and, he finished runner-up for Rookie of the Year. So, there's still hope. But it's not going to stop me from clowning him when he has a bad game. And that's all. That's all I have to say, really.
Okay. I mean, the biggest thing is his shooting right now. That's the biggest thing. And what I think a lot of people do is they mistaken bad shooting for not being able to play the basketball game. And that's a mistake in and of itself, right? Because you could be a bad shooter.
Yeah.
Right? And shoot inefficiently, but you can still rebound. You can still play defense. You can still do other things on the floor.
Yeah.
Now it hurts your team,
the shooting will come along.
Yeah. Now, of course, it hurts your team if you're not shooting well. If you're not a good shooter and you're consistently shooting the ball, then it's going to hurt your team, obviously. But he'll find a way. He'll find a way. You know what I mean? He's going to find a way. The Knicks are down now 25 points, ladies and gentlemen, and this thing is really getting out of hand. The Knicks, they come in with a whole new squad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they're not down.
And I think definitely
No. I'm sorry, they're
RJ
down.
Played, you could definitely see.
I'm sorry, the Knicks are down.
When that game started, he wasn't really involved in the offense.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I think that got to him a little bit,
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The Knicks are down 17 points. I said 25 points. I didn't mean to say 25 points. I was thinking to myself, man, this thing might balloon to a 25-point lead if the Knicks don't get it together. And I had a Freudian slip and said 25 points. But the Knicks are actually down 17 points, 56-39 with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter. 57-39 with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left in the third quarter. But if they don't get it together, they will be down 25. They need to get something together. They're not, they need to get something together if they want to try to make something happen tonight. Let me give a couple of shout outs to people who have gave me some super chats. Hector Gaston said it's time to get a Summer League win. I agree with you 100%, and I really want to get this Summer League win. It doesn't look like we're getting one tonight because this team is not playing well. Playing pretty bad. So thank you for the super chat, though, Hector. And then Busy Al 39, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate your support. Appreciate your support. Yeah, the New York Knicks are down tonight. They're not looking good, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been like this throughout the entire Summer League where the Knicks just haven't looked good. Is it the players? Is it the coaching? I mean, the Knicks were favored to win the Summer League. Doesn't look like that's going to happen if they don't get something together. I don't know what the rules are again, so I don't know if every team makes the playoffs or not. From the way that they're going and the way that they look out here in Summer League, they do not deserve to make the playoffs. And it is now a 21-point lead as the Knicks are getting smacked in Las Vegas at the MGM Resorts, at the MGM Resorts Summer League. They're getting smacked. Toronto, they're just running up and down the floor. They're on a break, getting open shots. And it's getting pretty ridiculous as the Knicks are playing with, guys that are trying to maybe make the G League team or maybe showcase themselves for other teams in the NBA. But this is getting to be embarrassing for the Knicks. Getting to be pretty embarrassing. And it's almost to the point where I don't even want to talk about the game because the Knicks are not being competitive. If they're not competitive, what is there to talk about? What is there to talk about if they're not going to be competitive? And if this continues to happen where the team isn't competitive, and let me not say, I mean, this is one game where they've been competitive both of the other games in the Summer League so far. But what I'm going to be looking to see is the things that we see in the Summer League, are they going, this is Summer League. But if we start to see these things boil over in the training camp when preseason comes around, then there's a problem. I don't think that's going to happen because we got a lot of vets. And we got guys that know how to play basketball on the team. So the reason why I want to win is because I want to get that feeling. I want the Knicks to get that feeling of winning. I want them to get the taste of it. And that's the whole point of trying to win the championship in Summer League. You get that taste. RJ Barrett, Kevin Knox, Alonzo Trill. We have enough guys on the team that are going to, enough guys on this Summer League team that are going to be in the rotation where you want them to get a taste of a win. You want them to get the taste of winning in their mouth. You know what I mean? And there's enough guys out there where you want them to feel that. Because these guys are going to be in the rotation. Alonzo Trier, Kevin Knox, RJ Barrett. These guys are going to be in the rotation. Mitchell Robinson. Knicks down by 22 points, 63-41, with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the third quarter. The Knicks can't buy a bucket. They can't buy a bucket. Let me get around and talk to some guys here. I'm going to take a couple of phone calls, so if you want to call in, give me a call, 516-405-2246. Right, give me a call. Tell me what you think, how you feel about the Summer League right now so far. What do the Knicks need to do? Listen. I know it's Summer League, and it's all about seeing players, developing players, and all that kind of stuff. But, talk to me a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to me. All right, call in. Give me a call. 516-405-2246. We got a call coming in. Call you on live. Nothing but Knicks. What's popping?
What's going on, Sam? What's going on? You hear me?
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second because the audio is a little bit, funny. So I'm going to get this cleaned up real quick. Okay, go ahead. There you go.
All right, brother. It's Worldwide West calling out of Long Island. So I'm gonna preface this whole phone call with like I'm gonna overreact a little bit on this phone call. I'm letting you know that now.
Okay.
So guys, but I'm really disgusted, man. I'm absolutely disgusted. Like I don't care about wins or losses in summer league. I'm looking at individual progress. 3/5 of the starting lineup that we're gonna roll out opening night is out here playing. All of those players, I mean, RJ's a rookie, but Knox is having a significantly worse summer league this year than last year.
Knox?
Same thing goes Knox and as well as Robinson. These dudes, Robinson looks like a rookie. He looks like he did in his first 2 months when he's fouling everything. If you watch what he's doing, because he had so much success blocking shots, he's not playing honest defense against his man. He's letting him drive, avoiding the contact. So you play ball when you manning up and a guy drives to the hoop. You're supposed to slide your feet, pump your chest out so their shoulder makes contact with your chest. You know what I mean? Cut him off. He's letting these players go by him in order to come back and rely on his block. So he's letting guys beat him to the rim to try and block him, and he's not blocking them. They're either finishing or they're scoring or they're missing a layup, and then because the help defenders come in to help, they're not getting the defensive rebound. The other team's getting the offensive rebound, and they're scoring on a second chance opportunity. Knox is not showing any progress to me. I mean, if you want to be a biased Knicks fan and just try and look at everything in the positive, which I'm not going to do anymore because that's childish, you know what I mean? I'm a realist, and I'm looking at it as like Knox's shooting percentage is off. He's having stupid turnovers. He got guys stripping him. He's not playing defense. These dudes who they're playing against are not lottery picks. They're playing against undrafted guys, D-League players, and they're getting scraped. They're getting
see with Knox, I agree with you that he's not shooting well. Clearly, he's not shooting well. He's got 2 turnovers tonight, right? I mean, he's trying to be aggressive going to the basket. And he has been aggressive going to the basket. I mean, I think he played well in the first game. He played decent in the second game. He faded away in the fourth quarter. He's been playing. Everything is not just about the shooting. He's 2 for 11 from the field, right? But he's doing some things to be aggressive. It is a process. I don't know if he's going backwards.
Well, what things is he doing to be aggressive?
So you don't see him going to the basket? Taking the ball and
finishing at the basket last year.
I get
he got to the basket last year, but he didn't finish.
But listen. See, this is, and I just spoke upon this a little bit earlier. Everybody focuses everything on just the scoring aspect of a person's game, right? But there's steps to development. I mean, what is he doing
defensively? What is he doing as far as help? He's not doing anything offensively, defensively, rebounding. He doesn't look like a leader. He doesn't look like the elder statesman of this team. He doesn't.
Is he really the elder statesman? I mean, he's in his second year. How much of an elder statesman is he going to be? The elder statesman on this team right here, the elder statesman is Kadeem Allen. He's not really that much of an elder statesman. I mean, I'm not playing a homer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I can't see how someone can just like you have a player that's been in the league for 1 year. This is the first off season. I just don't and it's not even like the Knicks just stopped playing basketball in April. And we're in July. I don't know. It just gets me when like I look at Kadeem Allen. I'm critical of Kadeem Allen because I like Kadeem Allen, right? Uh-huh. But I'm looking at him in the summer league, and I'm like, he's not doing what I thought he was going to be able to do in the summer league, right? He's been in the summer league for about 3-4 years. Uh-huh. I expect more from him than I do from Mitch Robinson, Kevin Knox. So I'd be really critical of him. When we got young guys these guys are learning, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just the coach in me because I coach kids. You know what I'm saying? And, I coach kids in high school, middle school, high school, AAU, right? Uh-huh. And sometimes you got to be patient and let guys let them learn because they're not going to get it all in one. I mean, this is the first NBA offseason, and it's only been 4 months into the offseason. Am I right with that? 3 months into the offseason. They're not going to get it all that quick, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take some time.
I mean, it's going to take time, but I just don't see any good signs. You know, I see alarming signs. I mean, last year when I started watching your show, I'm watching Summer League, and I hear guys talking about, oh, the Knicks are going to win 35 games. The Knicks is they might sneak into the playoffs. And I'm like, wait a second. He's playing 3/5 of our starting lineup. Barrett, Knox, and Robinson are penciled in as starters.
Penciled in. But we'll see what happens when the season gets here, because they picked up some guys that may be worthy of being starters. We'll see what happens then.
Yeah, they're gonna start. They're gonna start off the season starting now, unless Barrett plays so bad that you got to start Alonzo Trier over him. And do you really want to do that? I mean, you got one nut replacing another nut. I mean, at least Trier scores efficiently. You know what I mean? That's the one saving grace with Trier. Like, I do criticize his lack of passing. It's not that he doesn't have the skill. He literally looks players off. A guy will leak out and be open for a layup. But because Trier scores so efficiently from all three levels, I give him the pass. RJ's not scoring efficiently. RJ got 3 and 4 guys guarding him every play. And I'm not giving this man a pass. He was the number 3 overall pick. And I don't want to hear about what Trae Young did, because Trae Young was missing bombs.
Listen, I don't care about Trae Young. I don't care about any of these other, people are talking about Trae Young and other players that didn't do what in the summer league. I don't care about none of them players. You know what I'm saying? What I care about is, what RJ Barrett is doing. And because, listen, I am giving him a pass because it is summer league and it's a step up. Bottom line, it's a step up. You know what I mean? And every player has a different situation. Every player's circumstances is way different, right? So you can say, and you can, you're welcome to say I'm making excuses for him. That's fine, right? But you can look at some, right? You can look at some of these other players that's here. They probably didn't have to do any kind of media engagements. Not many of them. Some of them maybe that's higher draft picks. Maybe do some media engagements and have all these other things that you have to do. RJ Barrett has a little bit more responsibility than probably most of these players in the summer league, right? One, he's playing for the Knicks and he's the highest draft pick that the Knicks ever had. So you got certain kind of media engagements that you got to do. He's probably been going to meetings about, what sneaker deals he's going to sign. So he's got to go to these different type of meetings that he's never been to before. Everyone has their circumstances. I'm not saying that that's the reason why, but you better believe that it's a factor into him coming into it. And then not only that, he's expected to be the face of the team. He's expected to be, people, oh yeah, he's going to be the saving grace or something like that. There's a lot there. There's a lot there that a 19-year-old kid has to deal with that most 19-year-old kids don't have to deal with. And, of course, he asks for it. That's what he wants. You know what I'm saying? But
that's what he wanted.
That's what he wants. It's still a lot to deal with, and you got to learn how to deal with it. Even though he played at Duke, I can guarantee you he's never been to this many meetings before and had, this many interviews before, cameras in his face. The first summer league game that he's playing in is built up as a big matchup, even though it's just summer league. So there's a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? So I feel like, let's at least give him into the preseason. Give him into the preseason. Let's see what happens. Let's see.
I'm gonna give him
let him get comfortable
and beyond preseason. But I'm like, this is me just voicing my concern, my general concerns that I had similar concerns last season. You know what I mean? During the summer league, and I'm like, man, we can't win a summer league game. We can't, And Knox had a great first quarter, the first game. He scored maybe 2 baskets for the rest of the game. He had a good start the second game and fizzled out. We were concerned about his motor.
Fizzled out.
That was the problem, his motor. It doesn't seem like he's improving upon his motor. Even today's game. In the beginning of the game, he hit a couple of shots. He was looking good. And then it's like he doesn't have the stamina to finish at the basket. he doesn't have the lift. He doesn't have the legs or something like that. He's losing energy. RJ, it doesn't look like he has that issue, but he's going a million miles an hour. So that's the rookie thing. My thing with RJ is I don't care if he misses shots. It's his decision making. It's his decision making.
I agree. I agree. But you just gotta think in college. See, with the decisions that he's making, high school, college, he could get away with it because he was superior to other players. Now, even stepping in here, right? There's still players that's maybe been in the league a year or two, in the G League, 1, 2, 3 years. The best players in college here, right? So now it's a little bit different, and he's probably going to find out, okay, I can't make this decision on this level because it's not going to work. I think you would probably find out with a lot of players who had their way, in college. It was just easy for them, and they could get it with some of the things that they did, they could get away with. Where now he's finding out, I can't really get away with that. I'm going to tell you my biggest concern in the Summer League. It's not even with the individual players. My biggest concern is the team defense. You know what I mean? Because, like you said, we have 3/5 of our penciled-in starters out there. And we have a lot of problems running the screen and roll, guarding the screen and roll. Everything that has to do with a screen.
Zion was scoring effortlessly off of screen and roll plays, like basic ABC screen and roll plays. Like it was ridiculous. The inbounds play that they lost him when they put him in with 4 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
This game, a simple pick and roll, because
it's killing us.
That's got to be coaching, man. One thing I examined when Canner got traded to the Blazers and the Blazers was in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, it didn't look like Canner's defense was atrocious. It wasn't great, but it wasn't getting exposed. So I'm watching how they defended the pick and roll because I'm like, yo, something's got to give. And I'm a novice in the game. I'm just learning coaching now. I coach at high school, but I'm assistant coach. I'm not a head coach. It takes 3 players to guard 2 players in the pick and roll.
Yep, it definitely does. It definitely does.
All right, so the guy who's in the corner is supposed to step into the paint and basically be there on the catch if the guy is going to make the pass to the roller. Okay,
right.
He's never there with the Knicks. I don't know if that's what if they don't coach it like that. If they're just talking about like we in high school, like you're just going to switch and recover, but you can't switch and recover in the NBA because a split second and you're at the rim. You need that third defender. So either they're not teaching it right or they're just not executing it right. That's a play that every team runs, and if that's a problem, then it's going to be a problem the whole season unless they nip it in the butt.
And that's where that really is where some of my concern is, just the Knicks defense, because this is where you're supposed to be putting in a lot of your principles. Your defensive principles, some of your offensive principles you're putting in. But your defensive principles, you should be able to get a lot of those. I'm not going to say down, right? Because it takes, it still takes some time for your team to get together. But, you want to see some of those defensive principles, man. And, it does. That's one thing that concerns me, because you're supposed to be at least setting the foundation up for some of these young guys. And to have, so many of our guys as should be rotation players not being able to play a stable defense is concerning. But hey, my man, Worldwide Wet, I'm gonna let you rock because I know some other people want to try to get a call in.
I appreciate you taking my call, man.
Appreciate the call, bro. Appreciate the insight.
Yes, sir.
All right. And the Knicks are trying to make a push. They're trying to make a push. They shaved the lead down a little bit. It's now 69-52. The Toronto Raptors are up. But again, out on the break, Kadeem Allen fouls him on the break. The guy, whoever it is, should be going to the line for 2. If you want to call in, you want to talk, 516-405-2246. Give me a call. Give me a call. We could talk about it. And look, let me get to this call. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's up, Sims? Rob the Knicks.
What's going on with you, bro? Do me a favor. Can you turn that down in the back, please?
Oh, I did. I turned it down. I turned it off.
Yeah, because, I can still hear it just a little bit.
I don't even have anything playing right now, Sam.
Okay, maybe you did turn it. There was something I heard a little bit of an echo, but go ahead. Knicks down 70 to 52.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, y'all was like, it seemed like it was a lot of conversation about Trier and the effectiveness that he has on the floor as far as like holding the ball. I don't really think that he knows that he's the most efficient shooter on the team from the guard standpoint. Nobody shoots to where he shoots at, and if he has to work on the shot for like 7, 8, I think the better the players get around him, the less that he'll hold the ball. Because efficiently, he's probably one of the best efficient guards that we have.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I think that I don't mean to cut you off. I think that it's habit for Trier. Because sometimes it's not that there's nobody else on the floor. Sometimes it's just that he gets into a little dribbling rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he's used to doing. I mean, he's got to break that habit because he can get to the basket. Trier can get to the basket in 3 dribbles. He can. He has the speed. He has the power. He can get there in 3 dribbles. Sometimes he just gets into a dribbling fit.
It has something to do with also sometimes you have to get the angle, so take a little rock in the sleeve. Now look, I'm a big opponent of not holding the ball, but when he was at Arizona, I didn't see him hold the ball as much in college as he's holding it now.
Yeah.
Because when
Kevin Knox on the break, he gets a steal, finishes on the break. Like to see him finish that layup. He's going to the line. The Knicks are down 70 to 56, and they're trying to make a run at this. And I did miss Mitchell Robinson's putback. It was not a putback, but whatever it was, rebound and putback. It was a nice layup. Kevin Knox misses the free throw. The Knicks down 70 to 56 with 6 minutes and 26 seconds left in the game. Kevin Knox with 15 points and 4 rebounds on the night.
And as far as like Kevin Knox is concerned, when he goes to the basket, he needs one dribble. On that dribble, when he comes in, his strides are too long, and it takes down his size. And he always off balance because he has his legs stretched out too long. He needs one more dribble before he explodes to the rim because he's exploding in a stride instead of a leap. And that's why he's always on the floor. Because he doesn't really get up, he gets long instead.
Yeah, but, one of the things that I feel about Kevin Knox is what he does is he doesn't go straight to the rack. He kind of tries to flip around, his defender, flip his arm around his defender, and I think that's a mistake. He needs to just go straight up to the rack. He's always trying to flip the ball around it. He needs to be a little bit more strong, a little bit more aggressive, and just go straight up to the rack with it. Like I said, he never fully extends. He kind of lets it up early. And Mitchell Robinson contests the 3. I thought maybe he got the foul on that. He did not. The Knicks are getting the ball back. They're down 16 points, 72 to 56 with 6 minutes left. And if the Knicks are going to make a run, they need to make this run right now. R.J. Barrett has the ball. Dribbling up the side, looking for the screen from Mitch. Not a good screen. And R.J. Barrett with a bad pass, fumbles the basketball. And see, R.J. Barrett to Iggy. Iggy knocks down the little 15-foot jump shot. 2 things on that play, though. 1, just fundamental stuff. Mitchell Robinson didn't really set a good screen. R.J. Barrett didn't really wait for the screen to get set, and then R.J. Barrett kind of fumbles the basketball. Fundamental stuff. R.J. Barrett gets the rebound, coast to coast, goes to the rack, converts, and the Knicks have shaved the lead to 12. It's 72 to 60. New York Knicks. I'm sorry, the Toronto Raptors. 12. R.J. Barrett with 12 points and 9 rebounds tonight. This might be the best game that we've seen, and the Toronto Raptors just extended to the lead 75 to 60 on a 3. Barrett to Knox, Knox to Mitchell Robinson, back to Knox for 3-0. The Raptors advanced the ball up the floor. Screen and roll again. This time, Iggy was there to give a little bit of trouble on the roller, help out from the backside. R.J. Barrett to Kadeem Allen passes the ball to Mitchell Robinson, who gets fouled and is going to the line. And I know I'm way behind, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Sims, what happened to Chris Wilkes?
I'm not exactly sure, what happened to Chris Wilkes. I just know he's like sick or hurt or something like that. He's not able to continue. He's not able to play in the summer league.
Oh, okay. So he's not going to play. Okay, because I didn't see him on the roster. I thought.
But he's a two-way guy. So we'll get a chance to see him. He's a two-way guy.
I was looking forward to seeing him since your man Guillermo was talking about him like he was coming to get Trey's spot. Trey did make second team all rookie team, didn't he?
Did he? I think he did. Mitchell Robinson, or he was or maybe he was honorable mention.
No, I think he made second team, and I think he made second team all rookie.
He may have. I don't remember.
Yeah, everybody's most of the comments coming in about Trey is like too negative to what the Knicks had for me last year. Because pretty much Robinson was a surprise, but the best player that we had last year, and the biggest surprise, I think had to be Trey. Because Trey got the respect of the league, and it showed in his first game that he didn't even belong in Summer League.
Yeah, listen. I really like. Mitchell Robinson made the second team all rookie. Alonzo Trier didn't. I think Alonzo Trier made honorable mention.
Didn't he? I thought he made all the second team all defensive team.
Nah. Mitchell Robinson made the second team all rookie. Alonzo Trier made. He got a couple of votes or something like that. But I'm looking at the list right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, but listen, R.J. Barrett's having the best game he's played so far. He's 4 for 11 from the field, so he's got 12 points, 4 for 11 from the field. It'll be good for him to have a decent game, a nice game, start feeling a little bit confident. I seen somebody over there rocking New Balance. Okay, number 11 for Toronto, they rocking New Balance. Ode to Kawhi Leonard.
Be after Summer League, they're gonna probably go back to whatever Kawhi didn't come. So
right.
They try to show him some love. They gonna go right back the whole country.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. NBA is a crazy league. Yeah. But hey, Rob the Nick, I'm gonna let you rock, man. Okay. So I can get you a couple more calls. All right. Appreciate it.
All right, then. I'm still listening.
All right. R.J. Barrett to Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson went down the lane and got fouled with the and one is going to the line. Mitchell Robinson tonight. We look at Mitchell Robinson's stats on the night. Mitchell Robinson has, let me see if I can get this over here, ladies and gentlemen. Mitchell Robinson on the night has 13 points, 13 rebounds, only one block shot. That's Mitchell Robinson. Listen, the Knicks are trying to scrap. They're trying to scrape, but it's a little bit too late. Should have had this kind of energy and vigor earlier in the game. Should have had it earlier. And again, to the basket. Raptors going to the line. We let too many guys get to the basket, man. You're not going to be able to win games this way. The Knicks are down 78-74 with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it looks like the Knicks are going to drop another one. Unless they go on some kind of tremendous run in the Summer League, the Knicks are going to drop another game in the Summer League to go to 0-3 in the Summer League. And they have one more game left in the Summer League tomorrow night. Get to another call. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
What's going on, Sam? How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling. How are you?
Pretty good. Just watching the end of this game. Oh, Barrett again. Damn, Barrett did another nice layup right there.
And RJ Barrett, beautiful layup, and off of the screen from Mitchell Robinson. RJ Barrett by far is having his best game of the summer league, and maybe this is when he starts to shake off, just starts to shake it off a little bit.
Yeah, it's just the one thing that we knew about him, though. That's the thing that's worrying me, is that we knew he wasn't a good shooter. I mean, he can't shoot.
Right, and that's the thing. That's the thing. He's got to develop that three. RJ Barrett to the rack again. No, misses the layup. The Toronto Raptors on the break find someone wide open under the basket again. Kadeem Allen fouls him. This is ridiculous.
It's just that I mean, he's not going to be good off the ball because he's not a shooter. So it's like he almost needs to run the point because like he's very good creating for himself. Like, I mean, I know he's not a natural point guard, but he could do it. You know, he did it at Duke. He did it some tonight. You know, but you know, he's not very athletic. You know, to run the point in today's league. You know.
Yeah, he's not an athletic guy. He's never going to be an athletic guy. You know, he like I said, he's like
he
your.
pans out, man.
I think he'll be fine. He's like your Paul Pierce. He's like your Ron Artest, Meta World Peace type of guy. You know, he has that type of. He's
strong,
he's not
man. When
just
he gets
athletic.
to his hands, you know, he's very strong finishing. That's to me is his strength. You know, finishing down low.
Yeah.
You know, rebounding too. He's very good. He's a very good rebounder.
Yeah. Looking at the box scores right now, I'm just gonna read off the box scores, and then I'm gonna get back and talk to this guys in the video chat. Right now, Kevin Knox has 15 points. He's shooting 23% from the field. He has 4 rebounds, 1 assist. He also has 4 turnovers.
He gotta be more efficient this year, man. He can't shoot 36% from the field again, man.
Ignaz Brazdegas, he has 5 points. Listen, everybody was up in arms because he had 30 points and 8 rebounds. Well, he has 5 points tonight. And the only reason why no one's saying anything about Iggy is because he was a second-round pick. See, the expectations are severely different when you're a second-round pick and you're a third, and you were picked third in the first round.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Way different. Nobody even cares that Iggy's having, not really having a good game, and that's okay. I'm not getting on Iggy about it. I'm just showing the difference in expectation. You know what I'm saying? The difference in expectation. Mitchell Robinson has 13 points. He's 5 for 7 from the field, shooting 71.4%. He also has 13 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks. RJ Barrett has 14
like 8
points.
Fouls or something. I don't know how many fouls they let you get in summer league, but I think he's got like 8.
He's got 7 fouls. They let you get 10 fouls. 7. Yeah, let me finish. Let me finish the box score right quick. RJ Barrett has 14 points. He also has 10 rebounds. He also has 5 assists. So while RJ Barrett isn't shooting it extremely well, he's shooting 38.5% from the field tonight. He's doing other things. He has 10 rebounds and 5 assists. You like to see that from him. Kadeem Allen, he has 5 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Tyler Cavanaugh has 10 points and 4 rebounds. The only other person that scored in the game is Amir Hinton. He has 4 points. He also has 2 rebounds. So right now, RJ Barrett has the ball at the top of the key, gets the ball to Kevin Knox in the post. Kevin Knox misses in that kind of mid post area. Little jump hook that he missed on. And looks like the Knicks are going to drop this game. It's 82 to 66 with 1 minute and 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Mitch with another block.
And there you go. Then this one is away from the Knicks.
We're another loss right here.
Yeah.
Oh, Barrett for 3.
Mitch Robinson. Hey. Okay, yep. You're a little bit ahead of me, my man.
Yeah,
you're a little bit ahead of me.
3.
Well, that's good. We need that. That's all right. We need that. Yeah. We need it. We need him to hit a 3. We need him to. This is a good game. We need him to, get it off his back. Get that monkey off his back. It looks like that's what's happening with him.
His stroke is pretty good. Like, his form is pretty solid. So I think it could get better, his jumper,
It can. But he's got a nice stroke. He's got a nice look.
Yeah.
He's got a nice stroke.
Yeah, he does. Oh, good pass. Barrett. Okay. Now an assist, yeah, he's getting better, man.
Hey. He's got 17 points. He's got 10 rebounds and 6 assists. This is what you want.
Yeah,
Shooting 42 point, shooting 42% from the field tonight. This is what you want from R.J. Barrett. And, hopefully, he's got that monkey off his back. He's going to start playing a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just want to say, Mitch, I was hoping Mitch would show. I know he said he was working on, I was hoping, he hasn't shown, any of the stuff he was working. It's the summer league. Work on it, like take a jumper or something.
He hasn't really gotten a chance. He hasn't gotten the ball in that type of a position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in summer league, in summer league, you don't have a lot of time to really work on, getting people in spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you lost, but hey, Barrett's best game, so I'd take that. You know what I mean?
Hey, we'll take it, man. RJ Barrett's playing a pretty good game. At least he saved his game here in the fourth quarter. Iggy saved his game too. Iggy's got 9 points now with 3 assists.
Yeah. Oh, Knox for another brick. What is he like shooting? I don't know. He's shooting really bad tonight.
Kevin Knox is shooting like 20% from the field tonight or something like that.
He's got to get a lot. I mean, I know he was just a rookie, of course, but
listen, Kevin Knox. But look, Kevin Knox. He's got 15 points. He's got 5 rebounds. He also has 4 turnovers on the night. He's got 2 steals as well. Listen, you gotta let it.
Yeah, you gotta give him time.
Gotta let him ride, man. Rookies are gonna be up and down. We want guys to come in. This is what happens. Everything is in a tunnel for us. We see things as Knicks fans, and we hear about all these other players. We hear about all these other players that are doing this and doing that, but what we don't see are the bad games because we're focused on the Knicks. We don't see the bad games. We hear about the good games, but we don't see the bad games. And so, we think these guys are doing, being, the super all-world player. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm gonna let you rock, man. I'm gonna get back to the video chat.
Can I just say one more thing really quick?
Yep.
Really quick about Morris. I just don't get. I mean, we're gonna spend all our cap space all on power forwards. I mean, we got Randall, we got Portis, Gibson. Now we're gonna get. I mean, I think they said he could play the 3.
He could play the 3 as well. So no worries about it. Yeah, he can also play the 3.
I like the player. I just wasn't sure if you need another power forward. But if he could play the 3, I like him.
Yeah, he could play the 3. He could play the 3, but he's also a bruiser. He's a banger. You're gonna want his influence over the young guys, man. You're gonna want his influence. Right. You're gonna want his toughness. You're gonna want all of that. You're gonna want all of it.
I hear you. All right, I appreciate the time, bro. Have a good night.
Appreciate the call, bro. Have a good one.
See.
So the New York Knicks dropped the game. They lose by 12 to the Toronto Raptors. Both teams came into this game 0-2. The Knicks leave 0-3. The Raptors leave 1-2. We did get our best game from R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett had 17 points with 10 rebounds and 6 assists. So we got our best game from R.J. Barrett. Rounding out the starting 5, Kadeem Allen, he only had 5 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Mitchell Robinson had 13 points, 14 rebounds. He also had 3 blocks, 3 turnovers. Iggy, and since Nick, told me I was saying his name wrong, I'm just going to say Iggy. Iggy had 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers for Iggy tonight. Kevin Knox, he had 15 points. He only shot 20% from the field, 1 for 8 from the three-point line. He did get to the line 11 times. He knocked down 8 of them for 72.7%. 5 rebounds, 4 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 assist. Amir Hinton had 4 points. Tyler Cavanaugh had 10 points. Let's just hope that R.J. Barrett, maybe found a rhythm. He shot 42.9% tonight. He contributed in other ways, had 10 points, had 6 assists. Let's see if tomorrow night maybe R.J. Barrett can continue. Maybe he's in a rhythm now. Maybe he can continue. Maybe he's found his rhythm now. Let's see how that is. Let's get back to these guys in the chat. you see we kind of dwindled down. I didn't get to Sandy yet. Let me talk to Sandy. Sorry, Sandy. I'm sorry. Sandy, what's going on, man? I apologize. I'm getting to you so late, man.
Man, I think you forget about me. No, it's all right. Yeah, another loss. I mean, RJ looks better. You know, got some baskets late, make the number even more respectable. He looked a little better tonight. What you said is fact. You know, even though his shot wasn't dropping, he did do other things that looked good. There were a couple of times I felt like he should have passed the ball and not taken a few shots. But, you know, he was a lot better than he had been the 2 previous games. So, you know, all is good there.
Mm-hmm.
He got down to earth as far as scoring, but he had another solid game overall. You know, everything he did looked good. It was interesting how long this coach sat the kids for that almost a boatload of that third. You know, he brought them in a shortened period with these shortened quarters like that. It's hard to really make a comeback, you know, in one quarter.
Right. And I think he sat them for that amount of time because he wanted to send a message like, hey, you guys are not going to, if you guys ain't going to come out and play hard, no sense in having you on the floor.
I think so too. I think he was saying to himself, I don't really give a shit about this win.
Mm-hmm.
They're more about, you know, coaching up these kids at every level. So, you know, I think he did the right thing. I'm not saying he didn't, but it definitely hurt the chances of a comeback. For a game.
Yeah.
And we didn't need to win. The wins are so irrelevant. I agree with you. Wins would be nice. Let's start a culture of winning now and build on it after how much losing they've gotten used to as a team the last few years, especially last year, you know, where they clearly were tanking. You know, moves were always being made that not win games late.
Right.
Yeah. And it sucks for us because we really had such a shitty year and we got used to seeing that night in and night out. We got to stop seeing that. You know, we really got to turn it around. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this Bullock thing. You know, if they still negotiate some sort of deal to keep him as well.
Right.
But if they get Morris and they keep Bullock, that's one less young player at the end of the bench, you know?
Yeah. That's true. I mean, you know, if we get Bullock and we have Morris, then, you know, we're going to be full. We're going to be filled. We'll be full with players. Our roster will be full. But Morris is a good guy to bring in. You know what I mean? It's going to be. It's going to be.
Think that he would leave a lot of NBA, you know, fans, teams, executives. They consider San Antonio to be the model, you know, program in the league. You know, that's the team that everyone tries to over the last, you know, many years have tried to mimic. You know.
Yeah. Well, the Knicks are offering him $15 million. With San Antonio, he had a 2-year, $20 million deal. The Knicks are offering $15 million for 1 year.
Oh, so more money.
Yeah, it's more money. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's worth it. I mean, we got to spend them, like you said. You know, we got to spend 90% of it. But they want to spend all 100. That's fine. You know. We'll see what happens. I mean. You know, the one caller is right. It is kind of scary when you're watching a team out there that potentially has 4 of your 5 starters, you know, or 3 of your 5 starters at times on the court.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so many factors that you have to look at, and people I know are gonna say, you know, making up excuses or whatever they want to say. I don't care, right? But there's so many factors to look at. You got Alonzo Trier, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett. Look, these guys know that they're going to be in the league, right?
That's true, but that shouldn't affect their play in this tournament. You know, in this summer.
It's not that it affects their play. This is what I'm saying. Desperation is going to bring something different out of you. These guys are not desperate for a win. So for them, it's probably more like a scrimmage. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I wouldn't be surprised if the team, although they wanted to win it, they're like, don't get hurt, though. Right? Because we got to give you this money.
We don't want any injuries.
Yeah, you know, right. We got to give you this money anyway. So now you got other players that's out there who are fighting for their lives. They are desperate, right? You got players that have guaranteed contracts on other teams that are playing as well. But then, of course, you got players who are fighting for their NBA lives. They are fighting to make a roster someplace. That kind of desperation is a little bit different than a guy who knows he's got a 3-year contract or a 2-year contract. It's a little bit different when you enter. Should it? I'm not saying that it's right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's right. You know what I mean? But it plays a factor. It definitely plays a factor in it. You know, and how you might see these guys, why other teams may have guys who are just playing with a different level of intensity. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys are desperate. They're in a desperate situation. Let me get over here to Isaiah. Isaiah, please make sure you turn down that in the background, because I already heard it as soon as you came in. It's all turned down? All right, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Sam?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
How you doing today, man? I'm
Not
glad
bad.
you're back, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, TMG, whoever TMG is, they try to get me out of here. They try to get me out of here.
Hey, Pops, you need me to whoop them, Pops? I got you, man.
I don't know what was going on. Some people said it was Max Kellerman. That's what some people said. I don't think Max would do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Max would do that.
You know, Max said something really interesting one time. He said people think he acts this way off screen, but he's like, he really doesn't, because he says people come up to him acting like he's the Max on TV, but he's like, that's all just a character, man.
Of course it is. Of course it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for all of us, I don't know about Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, you know what I'm saying, maybe he's probably the same dude, you know, loudmouth dude. But anyway, man, talk to me about the game. Talk to me about what you're seeing for Summer League. How you feel, man?
Let me say this, man. I think this was RJ's best game. It was RJ's best game
by far.
He looked comfortable, and I was. So you know what I'm saying? When I come into Summer League, I wasn't really worried about the scoring. I wanted to see the playmaking, which I know he's capable of doing, and the rebounding is legit. I'm not gonna lie to you, Sim. I would be very disappointed if he doesn't at least give me 6 rebounds this season. I would be disappointed. Like I said, I'm not really worried about the scoring. The scoring's gonna come, man. I don't care about that. I want to see the ball movement, the player making. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see the defense more than anything else. Those were the 2 aspects of his game that I was looking at. I was looking at the playmaking, and I was looking at the rebounding. The rebounding, I'm sold on already. The playmaking, I was getting there. What do you have, like 5 or 6 assists there?
RJ Barrett had 6 assists.
Yep. So I mean, look, I'm happy with that. That's what I wanted to see. Like I said, the scoring's gonna come, man. People, it's to me, Sam, it's legit ridiculous of what people are saying about RJ Barrett. This is beyond unbelievable what people are saying. Like, it's like the kid hasn't played basketball in 3 months, and he's the number 3 pick. Now, people are going to say Iggy's playing better, but here's the big difference between Iggy and RJ. Iggy's not going to make the back page of the headlines. I don't want people to understand that. So Iggy's playing more free, because at the end of the day, Iggy can suck, and people are going to be like, oh, he's just a second-round pick. You know? And he has no pressure. There's no pressure on him. There's no real – if he plays good, then they're like, oh, wow, that second-round pick played good. But when it comes to RJ's going to be the one labeled as a bust. RJ's going to be the one that's like, the Knicks wasted a pick. They should have got this guy, or, you know, this, and that. So people got to understand where RJ, man, is going to take time. And like you were saying before, and I heard a couple callers say it, is that RJ gets into his spots. You know, we got a few players in here that on his team that get to the spots. It's just the shots don't make. Now, here's the funny thing, Sam. We said it's about Frank, and people were killing us because we were saying Frank gets to his spots, he just doesn't make the shots. Now, I want people to keep the same energy for people. How people are not going to criticize RJ when RJ does the same thing, he just misses the shot. It just takes time. The shots are going to fall. You got to get comfortable. That's all it is. People just got to slow down. It's Summer League. You know, Kevin Knox had a great Summer League, and we saw what happened with that. Trae Young had a very bad Summer League, Look what happened now. It took what? Look, it literally took Trae Young into the second half of the season to actually get comfortable, to actually start being consistent. It takes time. So I mean, look, even after some of the RJ struggles, I'm not worried about it. He's supposed to struggle. He's supposed to struggle. I don't want him to peak, and then people are going to be mad that he can't duplicate what he did in his rookie season. Some people. That's why people were criticizing Donovan Mitchell this year, that they didn't see the growth from Donovan Mitchell that they wanted to see his rookie year. So I'm not, I'm fine. I would definitely love to see a win. I want, like you were saying earlier, I want the Knicks to get a taste of a win, so that it's so easy to get caught up in the losses. I just want the Knicks to taste a win. But I mean, other than that, Kevin Knox scoring's good. I just wish he improved his defense. Mitchell's going to be fine. Zoe's good. Kadeem's a little inconsistent, so we just got to get that going. But I mean, I want to see some defense then, because my God, I know you told me, you warned me about them switching, but I did not think it was going to be this bad.
Well, I mean, yeah,
it's just insane. So I'm like, look, I like RJ a lot, but Jesus, he literally gives up on this. Like, he just gives up and just goes to the big man. It's like,
well, I mean, listen, I'm telling you right now, the Knicks are going to be a switching team. If you look at the size of all of our players on the team, guys that are going to be really in the rotation are going to be from 6'4" to 6'10", 6'11". That's going to be our guys in the rotation. You got Mitch who's 7 foot, right? And there's going to be a lot of switching going on. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to automate. What's going to bother me is that there's going to be a lot of guys, like you're saying right now with RJ Barrett. It's going to be a lot of guys that just automatically switch, automatically give up and make that switch. Instead of, it's supposed to be, if a screen is set, if the guy in the back sees that the other person cannot fight over the screen, then they say switch it. If they see that they can fight over the screen, let them fight over the screen. Make them knock down, force them to have to put the ball on the floor and go to the basket instead of just pulling an easy jumper. But when you switch too easy, then you're going to have a mismatch. Now, obviously, it's going to depend on who you're playing against as well. If you're playing against someone who really, they don't have a guy that can really get it in the post, then you might just switch everything that easy, right? But if you got a guy that can get it in the post and, they can score with someone smaller in the post, then you don't want to just switch that easy. So a lot of it is going to come down to game planning as well. In the Summer League, how much game planning can you really do? You really can't do much.
Do that much. You really can't.
Because it really is like AAU. You don't know these guys that's on the floor. You don't know what they can, what they can't do. You can't really make adjustments. You can make adjustments at halftime and those type of things. But you don't have any tape on these guys. You might have old college tape, but you don't have time in the Summer League to sit there and really break down each player. And even if you did,
I don't even think they do that.
Not in the Summer League. And even if you did have old college tape, it wouldn't do any good in the Summer League because they're playing for a totally different team and their roles might be different. You know what I mean? So it's hard to take too much into it. You do want to see the basic fundamentals of being able to guard a screen and roll. The basic fundamentals of being able to, help and then get back to your man, help and recover. You know what I mean? Playing in the paint, being able, if someone penetrates, you can help and then get back. People talking, to make sure that no one's open in the paint. Those basic things you want to see. So, I don't know if I've seen it the whole time.
But you know what?
I don't know if I've seen it the whole time.
I'm a Frank stan. But this is why I say that, we got to appreciate Frank and Dot for what they did last year on the defensive end of the ball. And I know people are going to kill me because they know I love Frank. But look, Frank and Dotson and Kadeem were honestly the 3 players on our team that fought over screens. And I know one thing I say about Frank, he constantly fought over screens.
Oh, Frank was a master at it. Frank was a master. Frank was a master at fighting over screens. I don't care what nobody says. People can, say I love Frank and all this, whatever. You say whatever you want. Frank was a master at fighting over screens.
But Sam, you know what?
I used to love watching it.
It gets me aggravated with it. It's like we say that people look. People say that I just, again, I don't think a lot of people some people on the stream really appreciate defense. They don't appreciate the little things that some of these guys do. And this was my whole thing about when I said that we wouldn't appreciate Draymond Green if he was a high lottery pick. They wouldn't appreciate him. Well, it's just a little thing that players like Frank and Donovan do.
Well, let's put it like this. Let's put it like this.
Sometimes don't do is just the fighting over screens.
You know what?
And all that little stuff.
Well, listen, there is a new scapegoat in town. It's no longer, I mean, Frank is still going to be there, but now everyone's going to focus on RJ Barrett. Let's see what happens with Frank. And a lot of times some people is just trolling. They just want to get a reaction because they know someone's going to get mad because you said Frank is garbage. Because they said Frank is garbage, so they just want to get a reaction. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come right back to you. I'm going to come right back to the chat. Give me 1 second. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining me, do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I go live, drop a video, post in my community section, anything like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out there that like to support me. If you want to support me, one of the things that you can do to support me, and I would appreciate it, is go to my website. Join my website. NothingButKnicks.com. You know what I'm saying? Become a member of my website. There's 2 ways you can become a member. You can be a VIP member or you can just be a regular member. Either way, come join my website. Become a member. An official NBK member. You know, members get notified of certain things in advance of the regular public, like when we have tickets for sale or we have contests. Sooner or later, I'm going to have some RJ Barrett rookie cards, and I'm going to have those out for a contest. You're going to want to be notified of that. So go ahead and become a member. VIP members, they get that information before everybody. Then the regular members and then the regular public. All right, so go ahead to my website and become a member. You can also, if you want to purchase tickets for opening night, not just regular tickets, but lounge tickets. You know, usually 40 to 50 of us, we get together and we get into a lounge and there's food in the lounge and we have a great time. We do the live stream. Everyone can join the live stream. We take pictures. We got events before the game, after the game. Go to my website and you can get on the live stream. And you can purchase your tickets. And I'm sorry, I didn't put my entire website in there. Let me put my entire website in there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm sending you stuff and it's not the entire thing. So let me go ahead and put it in there. I'll put it in there. Paste. There we go. Now it's in there. But yeah. And Raven Knicks, you said you haven't received any notifications on VIP. I did, there's a podcast. I don't know if you received Raven Knicks. I don't know if you received any notifications about the podcast. But we have some more content that's coming really, really soon. All right. But there hasn't been any contests that have come out yet for you to get a notification. When that RJ Barrett rookie card is ready and it comes out, you'll be the first one to get the notification. I promise you that. I promise you that. But there is a podcast up there for VIP members. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. There's going to be some content going up tomorrow for VIP members only. All right, so you guys go check that out. And you can reserve your tickets for NBK opening night. All right. Anyway, I don't want to bog you down with too much of that. All right, subscribe to the channel, though. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I would definitely appreciate it. I want to get back to the box scores of the game. Like I said, the Knicks lost 85-73 to the Toronto Raptors. A game that I really wanted to win, but obviously we didn't get the win. Kevin Knox, starting at small forward, had 15 points. He shot 20% from the field, 12.5% from three. He was 1 for 8 from three. He did get to the line. He was 8 for 11 from the line. Had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 4 turnovers, and 2 steals. Ignaz Brazdeikis had 9 points. Picked up a few extra points in the fourth quarter because he wasn't playing that great. He was 44.4% from the field, 33.3% from three. He had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, also had 4 turnovers, and he also had 1 steal and 2 blocks. Mitchell Robinson had 13 points. He was 5 for 7 from the field, 3 for 7 from the free throw line. He had 14 rebounds, 3 turnovers, and 3 blocks. RJ Barrett had his best game as a Knick. He had 17 points, shot 42.9% from the field. He had 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 turnover, He also had 3 blocks. Kadeem Allen, he played 27 minutes, had 5 points, 25% from the field. He had 2 assists, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, 2 steals. Tyler Kavanaugh, he had 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Kenny Wooten, he had no points, 1 rebound. He only played 6 minutes. Amir Hinton had 11. He had 4 points, had 2 rebounds. He played 11 minutes. VJ King played 4 minutes, no points, 1 rebound. Markel Crawford played 9 minutes, no points, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Billy Preston played 3 minutes. He had no points and 1 rebound. That's the rundown of the Knicks tonight, ladies and gentlemen. RJ Barrett finally started to come alive in that fourth quarter, and maybe we've seen RJ Barrett kind of work his way out of his little bit of a slump there. Summer League slump, if that's what you want to call it. And maybe he's going to finally begin to, find a rhythm. That's what we hope, that he's going to be able to find a rhythm and start to play within his rhythm. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Mighty Knicks, thank you for the super chat. He said Knox is a bust, RJ is a bust, and Fizdale is a bust. Come on, man. Go look at my last video, Marty. Like I said, I said to Knicks fans, we got to start. We give up on our guys too quick. We want instant gratification, and sometimes instant gratification just, you're not going to always get instant gratification, guys. Come on. You're not always going to get instant gratification. Got to have some patience. Yes, sir. I'm going to get back to the video chat, but again, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. Hit me with the likes, man. Like it. All right, keep that thing shooting up there. You want to support me some more? Go to my website, become a member of my website. Here's the link. You can become a regular member. You can become a VIP member. VIP members get information before anyone else. So if there's contests, you get that information first. Like there's going to be a contest for an RJ Barrett rookie card. You'll get that information first. Tickets to games, you'll get that information first. Any kind of discounts, you'll get that information first. Content specifically for VIP members. Right now, there's a podcast up. You can listen to the podcast. There's going to be more information. There's going to be more content going up tomorrow specifically for VIP members. So go ahead and become a VIP member. Again, here is the website. You can join the website. Also, you can reserve your tickets for NBK opening night. Let's get back to this chat here. See what these guys are thinking about. See what these guys are talking about. All right. I know there's a lot of people that want to get their little 2 cents in. Let's come back around. Mark, I'm coming to you, bro. What's good, Mark?
Yo.
So tell me how you feeling, bro.
So
Tell me how you feeling.
Conclusion after tonight's loss, right? I am not going to say nothing about RJ Barrett this year. He gets a free pass from me this whole year.
He should get a free pass from everybody.
I need him. Yeah, RJ's getting a free pass by me this whole year. So I'm letting everyone know in the chat, no more slander for RJ coming from me, because I need him to be the guy. And I'm not going to put myself through this agony that I put myself through tonight, wanting my Knicks to win. It's just too stressful for my heart. So RJ gets a whole pass from me this year. Anything he does wrong, it's okay.
We're going to find out. We're going to find out when the season starts. And I'm going to remember this, Mark. I am going to remember this, because you're going to be the one, as soon as he does something you don't like and we lose the game because of it, you're going to get on the screen. You're going to get on the stream wilding out.
Nah,
you're going to get on the stream wilding out.
If he does something that makes us lose a game, I just might not come on your show that night. I'm just not going to speak bad about him.
Okay. All right.
I want this kid to pan out so bad.
But Mark,
bad. Like we need him. It's to a point. We need this guy to be a player. Not saying he has to be some superstar, but a player.
But listen, there's no problem in speaking critically and being critical of his game.
No,
no problem with being critical.
You know what it is? No, you know what it is? Because sometimes when I'm being critical of a player, people think that I really hate them. So I'm going to do people a favor. I'm not going to say anything about the kid. I'm going to let him get his rookie year through.
Okay.
Let him do what he do. Let him develop. I'm letting listen. Right now, I'm at a point where I just want to see everybody just develop well. I'm just in a development stage right now. I'm not thinking about free agency. I'm not thinking about no other stars, unless a big guy like Giannis or something like that. But other than that, I'm strictly with the young guys to pan out because we need it. Because, like I said, we missed out on the important free agency this year. So I feel like this was the important one. I don't think no other free agency coming up is important as this one. So I'm strictly with the movement.
All right. Let me ask you this. What do you think about Marcus Morris? We get Marcus Morris. How you feel about that?
That's great because guess what? That's a locker room presence. He puts people in a place. I like that. And like I said, he plays tough. He's just a good player. And more defense. Listen, you seen the Knicks couldn't guard a pick and roll tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I know. Listen, it's going to be very different. I don't care. It's going to be very different in the season. It should be because we have players that know how to play defense. We've got players that know how to play defense. So it's going to be different. I hope.
Listen, not even that. I like it. I like it because these young guys really got to earn their spot.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to be good and go work on your game and try to take the spots from them. If you want to be that guy, if you want to be a starter, take their spot. That's why I'm glad Knox is not going to. I hope Knox don't start because I want him to start on the bench and then work his way up because he's still got a lot of work to do on his game. And I want him to pan out also because he's very talented.
Yeah.
6'9", could drive. Like I said, he did something good tonight. He didn't make shots, but he got to the line.
Mm-hmm.
He got to the line. And the Knicks was last year, like I said, the Knicks ain't used to going to the line. So I like guys that's going to go to the line because, again, that's going to help their game and their aggression. So, again, I like the signings because these guys are going to have to earn their spot because these guys that came in, you're not just going to steal their spot from them. You're going to have to work for that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay?
Of course.
So these young guys have a lot to work on. So I'm glad because I can't go through another season to see these young guys being the young guys and just throwing them out like that because boy, oh boy, it would have looked horrible this year.
Yeah.
And Sim, part of me, I really want to make it to the playoffs because I really want to sock it to the media. I really, really do. I really do.
Me too. I really want to sock it to them.
People talk about, Brooklyn, Brooklyn made it to the playoffs. They showed development and la. I want the Knicks to be in the same spot. But the thing I want the Knicks to be, I want the Knicks to do it this first year all together because it took Brooklyn 4 years. They want to talk about Brooklyn been good for they've been good for this year. Those other 3 years, they was horrible. Go look at their records. They was horrible. They just had one good year.
I know.
And they want to talk about Brooklyn. They want to talk about Brooklyn like they're the light of New York. No, they're not. So I want the Knicks to flourish. I want the Knicks to get the AC so bad. I want to sock it to the league because guess what? Now, free agents, come along. Listen, all we need is you. All we need is you. When time comes, all we need is you.
Yeah.
And like I said, New York is still a place where people want to be. So, like I said, I like what the Knicks doing. Get defense, get people that are strict. Let these young guys work for their spot. I'm not judging the young guys anymore. I'm just going to let everybody just flourish, man, because we need these guys to be productive because this is going to be our roster. These young guys are going to be part of our core. So, it is what it is.
All right, man. Let me get back to you. Let me get back to you, Mark. Guermo.
Yo, it's good, son.
I think we got a lot about the Summer League game. I don't know if you have more things you want to add, but I want to ask you about Marcus Morris. You sent me the text earlier today, you know what I mean, about, just saying, hey, check this out about Marcus Morris, and then I did the little video about it. What do you feel? How do you feel about it if we get Marcus Morris? One, just about Marcus Morris himself, and then two, we got a glut at this small forward, power forward spot. How is Fizz gonna deal with that?
Well, Sim, here's the beautiful thing about it. The contracts that he's signing these guys to, these 2-year with the team option after the first year. So you have so much flexibility, right? Look, if this thing doesn't work out with some of these guys, if they're not panning out, if they're not the so-called leaders or they have the right attitude, you can get rid of them. If these guys play way above what their contract value says, and we have other rookies that can come in and they're starting to flourish under the same system, you can trade these guys, or you keep the guys for another year. Say these guys are performing, slightly better than what their contract says, and we get I'm not saying we're going to get to 40 wins or close to 40 wins, and you have this vet. Now you have a team full of vets and young guys. And the thing with the forward position, I understand that there's a glut, but again, you can mix and match. Excuse me.
Mitch and match. Right? You can mix and match.
I know. Yeah, I said mismatch. That doesn't make sense. But you can mix and match these guys around. Like, so what I saw today from RJ, if you had a lineup, say Elfrid Payton is out, or because Elfrid Payton's not that too good of a shooter, and RJ finds his shooting touch. Say he's shooting 36% from three or something like that. 47% from 2-point shots, whatever. Not just layups, but mid-range shots, right? You can have him come up and facilitate the board. Now that allows you to bring another bigger guy into the 2 role, another bigger guy into the 3 role, and essentially you have 3 or 4. I'm just saying you can have so many lineups, right? If you want to play more of a spread them out game, right? You could play Portis, Bullock. And have a little bit of defense with Morris. If you there's so many ways you can twist his line. I'm not saying it's perfect, and I said it's a glut. But the thing that he's doing is acquiring a lot of talent. And one, you having these guys, the young guys, build on these guys, right? A guy like Marcus Morris, I looked it up. I think his defensive win shares is like middle of the pack. I think it was like 0.077 or something like that, right? So it's not the greatest, right? But what Marcus Morris brings is toughness, right? He's never in a bad position, right, in terms of defense, right? So a lot of these guys, what I saw tonight, especially with the pick and roll and the three-point defense, you have to be in the right position, right? You guys were talking about it earlier. If I have a guy, and there's also a cerebralness to it, right? Or I guess a court smartness to it, right? If I have a guy who's a pick and roll guy, right, and I know he wants to set up to shoot, and he likes to load up, say he's a left-handed guy, right, and he's driving to his right, and he uses the pick and roll. I need to come over that pick and roll. I need to come over the pick and roll because he's going to shoot his left, so it's closer to me. Smart thing like that. Or if the guy's not a good shooter, or if the big man shooting is not that good if he's not good at shooting, so the pick and pop is not happening, then you could possibly switch if the point guard's not a good shooter, and the other small man could just literally follow the guy or whatever. If he's not going to cut to the basket, he's not a good shooter, right? So he's just out in no man's land. Say Mitchell Robinson, Elfrid Payton set that up. Say you're defending Mitch Robinson and Elfrid Payton. Payton's not a good shooter, so you don't need to chase him around. You can switch. He's more likely trying to drive on you versus shoot in front of you. And Mitch Robinson's not a shooter, so if he comes out and pops, you don't need to be confused as to what's happening back there. So it's just things like that. And I think a guy like Marcus Morris, who's been around the league, who's a good defender, and he's never in such a bad position, he can teach those type of things. Now, with the leadership stuff, he has to fall in line with what Fizdale wants. He has to be Fizdale's general. He has to be the guy that Fizdale comes in and says, hey, look, I'm going to hound you, right? Pat Riley, I forgot who was talking about this today. I think it was Katino Mobley. I might be wrong. He was saying how Pat Riley would Jim Jackson was talking about it. Jim Jackson was talking about how Pat Riley would come, and basically he would scream at Alonzo Mourning that if he can scream at Alonzo Mourning and Alonzo Mourning falls in line, everybody else is going to fall in line. So all these guys who come in, these vets, they have to fall in line with the vision that Fizdale wants. Because when Fizdale yells at them, they can't go back into the locker room and say, yo, F Fizdale, I ain't listen to him, blah, blah, because the young kids are going to remember that. They have to be like, nah, he's right. If somebody, even if Desmond Jr. comes and says like, oh, man, that's messed up, and you can have a guy like a Morris come in, no, you got to listen. He was right what he said, man. You got to listen to that. And that might, on a short end, he might be all mad, but he might be like, all right, I got to actually listen to these guys. That's what the veterans do. They help to instill and install what the coach wants. So I like the Marcus Morris pick. I wanted him. before. It kind of sucks. I also like Reggie Bullock, and I was praising him in terms of his 3-point shooting and the spacing you bring. But a guy like Marcus Morris, you bring in those type of generals. I'm not comparing them to Oakley, but those are those type of veterans. The Oakleys, the Charles. Those are the guys that the young guys come in and they have the blueprint, they have the philosophy, they have the culture. Right. And
but now it doesn't mean
I'm following him who's following at Fizdale, and I'm following the line. It makes the team that chemistry is going to gel a lot more quicker than if you had a bunch of Triers and young kids running around. There's no guidance, no veterans to kind of keep them in place on behalf of the coach.
Right now, but it doesn't mean that Reggie Bullock is not going to be on the team.
Right, no, I know. They're reworking the deal. I understand. I'm just saying,
renegotiating that deal.
Before Reggie Bullock, I wanted Morris. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. They're renegotiating that deal. I'm gonna come back to you because I want to hear what Viv thinks about Marcus Morris. Viv, what do you think about Marcus Morris, and how are we gonna deal? How is Fizdale gonna deal with that glut? Power forward, small forward. How are they gonna deal with that glut?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, Morris is probably the better signing of them all. I think he'll have more of a tangible impact. I think if it goes through, he's a good player, very good player, and he's been battle tested recently with the playoff runs where he's kind of removed some of the stench that was kind of built in the first few years in Phoenix. So and like Detroit to a lesser, not really Detroit, but really Phoenix for most extent. So he's a good player. I think he could be a 3, equally as much as a 4. So, right. I could see him adding competition, adding fuel to the fire for someone like Kevin Knox more than at the 4 per se. But he can play both positions, and I think if I'm correct, he can probably also shoot the 3 at a decent clip too. So,
how much does he boost our team? How much does he? I'm hoping that with the type of players that we're putting on our team, we can compete for the 8th spot. And when I say compete, I mean like we're in the range where when we're getting into that March, it's like March, April, we're like, we see it and we're fighting for it. You know what I mean? We might be 3 games out, but we're fighting for it. There's a carrot there that we can say we're at least trying to get there. You know what I mean? We don't. I get it. But where do you think?
As currently stated, is that a lot of the guys are bringing in Morris. Whether it's Morris, Ellington, all these guys, Randall, Gibson, they're really just, solid rotation pieces where they're really, you place them on a good team, they can be, I don't know, a 5th guy, a 6th guy, a 7th guy. But, on this team, they're really being asked to do a little bit more than that. So it's a little tough to truly assess how the team's going to be because we don't have that clear-cut number 1 guy, that clear-cut, number 2 guy, so that when these players go into their position, they can play their part very easily. I think these guys are being asked to be more of a veteran presence, but
yeah, of course,
without like that number 1 and number 2 player, I think this is what I'll say, right? I think the team is going to be a lot more competitive. I think the team will be a lot more accountable. Now, whether that translates into, say, a playoff berth, I think it'll be hard.
Well, I'm not even talking about a playoff berth, though. I'm really not even talking about a playoff berth.
So yeah, if we peel the onion back, if it's not just a playoff berth, I think you will see a more competitive squad, and that the games are going to be closer margins. You're not going to see a lot of like these comeback, like down 25. Coming back all the way. I think he's going to be more even keeled in that way.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is, I think that we can be in a spot where we're actually still trying to play for something in March. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying.
Let's see. You might be right. I may not discount it. You might be right.
Yeah, where you're 3, 4, 5 games out, but it's there, and you're like, we could actually get to this, and the guys can see it, and they're fighting for something because it gives them something different to play for, right? You got if you're in March and you got 10 wins, your attention to detail when you're going over film, and I'm not talking about Fizdale, I'm talking about the players, right? How much you're paying attention in the film room, the energy, that you bring into practice. I know they're professionals, but nature is going to take over. I don't care what nobody says. And people can say, well, they're professionals. They're not supposed to blah, 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 whatever. They're professional. I mean, they're humans. They're humans, right? And when they're humans, human nature is going to take over. And when you got 10 wins and you know you're not fighting for anything, there's going to be lack of attention to detail. There's going to be lack of energy.
You're going to see it very easily. I guess the real question is this, right? Say by the All-Star break, I mean, how many games we played by All-Star break? We were playing by, what, 55 or something like that?
Yeah, by the All-Star break is usually,
Let's say the team is, I don't know, 24, 25 wins, right? And, like, whatever, like, there's still 10 games under 500. But still, like, 25 wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess, so it's not terrible, but, again, it's a little bit behind, you know, the tier of players. But, you know, they were able to compete, but they got 25 wins. And, you know, maybe some of these players are, you know, flipped for some, you know, future asset forever for some sort of sake. I guess my point is, right, you know, even if they reach, say, 25 wins, let's just arbitrary number by the All-Star break, at least they can go into, like, this season saying, okay, you know, we played competitively until the first half, and then, you know, now we can take that wisdom that we learned in the first half of the year, and, you know, we can apply that same wisdom for the remaining games, you know, but it's just going to be a younger core rather than the leadership. So, you know, maybe you could see something, okay, maybe we get 30, 32 games. It's not a playoff berth per se, but it's a benefit in a sense that it's not a fully lost year. It's that you've still developed something. You still developed a way of playing basketball. And that leadership will take you somewhere. So I think that at least, you know, maybe it's not playoff berth like you said, but it's something where, you know, they've been competitive the entire first half of the season and into February, where they can at least take something out of it.
Right. And let me tell you something. If you're getting to 35 wins, maybe, and we're not saying, folks, that they're gonna. We're speculating here, right? You're really not gonna be able to say anything until you get to preseason. You see how these guys play, beginning of the season, all that stuff. But if a team gets to 35 wins, you can look at them and say, you know what? They were maybe 5, 6, 7 games out of the 8th spot. 5 games out of the 8th spot. If you're 5 games out of the 8th spot, throughout March, throughout April, you're not out of it yet. You're looking and you're thinking to yourself, this might be attainable. And so you're still fighting and you're preparing. That's my whole thing. I want them preparing like they want to win. Preparing like they're fighting. And if you're in striking distance, you might not get there because you don't have the talent to get there, the ability to get there. But if you're in striking distance and it's out there, the preparation and the way that you approach the game is going to be very different from if you got 10 wins and you know you're not even close. That's all I'm asking, really.
I mean,
that's all I'm asking from these guys.
Like, this roster is really what Scott Perry envisioned with the Kings when he kind of built that veteran presence, except the only difference is that he altered the approach in the sense where instead of putting just a bunch of old players on the team, he put, you know, he's surrounded with some veterans and a bunch of younger guys that are trying to prove something, right? So this is kind of the vision that he had all along. Now the real question is, does this competition culture, in a sense, where it's like everyone's, you know, trying to keep what they kill, as Fizdale said last year, does it result in, you know, egos clashing with one another?
Well,
where, in a sense, with these guys that are on 1-to-1 deals, or, you know, are they truly trying to, you know, fight for a contract per se? So that's the only slight danger you got to watch, where you know, too many people are trying to compete for their own.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, you got a lot of guys on, you know, 1-to-1 deals that, you know, they might be like really, really fighting for their spot now. Excuse me. Now, you know, they are older veterans who are professionals. It doesn't mean that they're not fighting for their spots, but they may know how to handle it a little bit better because they've been around the block.
I think they call it like the loser tax, in a sense, where it's like, all right, you're overpaying for a veteran that could have taken a much less, you know, cut on, say, a bad team or on a better team per se. Yeah. So, you know, maybe they're coming here. Perhaps they're not, you know, trying to use their ego as like, you know, it won't get in the way because we gave them a generous amount of money. So you come in here, you be a good professional, and someone's gonna watch what you did, and you'll get rewarded, whether it's later in the year or whether it's next year. So
we'll see what's up with it. Andy, what do you think, man? Do you think that these 1-on-1 deals, you think it's going to impact? I mean, most of the guys who got the 1-on-1 deals are veterans who've been around the league, professionals. So I have two questions for you though, Andy.
The thing with building the team with 1-on-1 contracts is you really gotta hope that if the contract pans out, the players will want to resign with you for a longer term.
Right.
Because imagine, like you guys were talking, maybe we scratch the 30s, 35 wins. We are close to the playoffs and stuff like that. Then you have, the core of the team that you would like to, have for a longer time. But the guys, the contracts end and they do want to resign and stuff like that, or they get better offers, and you're back to, step one. So that's a double-edged sword, like they say. And the best thing is that you got Taj Gibson, he's 34 or something like that. He can resign for even cheaper. But you got guys like Julius Randle. He's for 3 years, so you got that one extra year. But you guys, the rest of the guys that are with Reggie Bullock, maybe, or he's maybe a bad example because we don't know if we're going to resign him. But those Morris Browns, the Morris twin and stuff like that you would hope to have them for 4 years. But it's more of a risk to sign them for a longer term deal than for a 1-on-1. So,
right,
it's a hard situation. It's like building through the draft, and you really got 4 or 5 year window because you need one of those top draft picks to pan out, and because then the extension comes. The fundamental guy of your team is going to want the max money and stuff like that, and then the salary cap goes up, but still, it's going to be a 30% contract, so you got to fill it out with other guys. So
yeah,
plenty of stuff to worry about.
Yeah. So now the Knicks today, they finally and formally announced their signings, right? Their free agents: Julius Randle, who else? Bobby Portis, Elfrid Payton, Wayne Ellington, Taj Gibson. Obviously, they didn't announce Reggie Bullock. They didn't announce him because of whatever his health situation. I'm not exactly sure what his health situation is like. But what do you think about? Do you think Julius Randle can take his game to the next level? Viv was saying how these role players do not have that number one guy. Right, so that they can fall into their roles. Do you think Julius Randle can take his game to the next level?
Well, we are looking at him as the main guy. Actually, at least I'm seeing it from this roster. So I'm thinking he's going to have at least the opportunity to be a better player that he was last year. Because last year he was playing with AD, with Drew Holiday and stuff like that. I don't think he was considered the first option. At this roster, I think it has to be him. I don't think you can count on Knox or RJ to be the main guy, this season. Maybe in a season or two, but this year I think it's going to be all Julius Randle.
Okay. Do you think Dennis Smith Jr. has said that if he brings his game to the next level, if he can take his game to the next level, you got Julius Randle, he thinks they can make the playoffs. Do you think that Dennis Smith Jr. can bring his game to the next level? Is he ready?
He's as ready as Frank is. So I really hope the guys get the best out of him, but I need to see it. Talk is cheap for me, and I don't believe any more talking going out. They have the talent, they have the skills. Just they got to put in the work, and let's hope they're not gonna have a head case that's gonna be they're gonna be afraid or stuff like that, not confident. I really hope so. I really believe in Frank because you mentioned him before. I really believe him, and I think he really deserves a shot, the same shot that Dennis Smith is getting. Last year he got derailed by the injuries and stuff like that, but I really have hope in Frank, and I really see the importance of having him on a team like this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, and I'm hoping that Frank can find his footing within this group. My only fear with Frank right now, though, because what I see with Frank is confidence. He has the tools. It's confidence, and with all these players coming in,
that's why I'm saying that I really hope he gets that shot from Fizz, because he was here last year. Now you add so many pieces, and I hope he really is going to get a fair shot, because these guys are going to be battling for every minute on the court.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't think he's getting, like, at the first or second game of the season, like a 30-minute chance, or like a 5, 6 game, 10 game span of 30 minutes playing time. So, and at least I think that's when you can, really judge a guy. It's not like put him in for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because, some guys really need to be on the court to feel, the impact of the game.
I agree. I mean, he's got to earn it, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to just give it. He's got to earn his spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, Fizz was always saying that, we're going to be a defensive-minded team and stuff like that. He was running Knox down with so many minutes on the court, and he didn't think about defense even. So I don't get it. Why he was getting so many chances and Frank wouldn't. Only injury aside, of course, because if he couldn't play, that's normal. But if he would get so many 30-minute games as Knox had, I wouldn't be afraid to say that I would pick Frank over Knox.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what happens. I'm going to get to Guillermo, because Guillermo, I want to find out what you think about Julius Randle. Now, do you think that Julius Randle can take his game to the next level?
Yes, 1,000% believe that he could. The biggest thing in Julius Randle, again, I think, is his defense. Whatever Fizdale has to do, whatever he installed, especially with his forwards, when he's with the Grizzlies and making them these athletic defensive guys, he has to bring that to Julius Randle. When I watch Julius Randle's game, this guy is not a selfish guy whatsoever. So, when you watch him, go watch a few games where, even when he played with AD, where he's driving to the basket, he makes the right pass. It's never a forced shot. You never have to worry about him trying to force shots to the basket. He's going to get those young guys on the perimeter looks. This is a guy that, at least on offense, I know the threes, it's a little whatever. He's shot a little bit below average, except for from the left corner. But when I watch him on offense, this is a guy I could see him, me and Vivid were talking about it. I put him I would never call him Jokic, but in terms of facilitating the foul line and be able to hit that little baby little baby turnaround jumper, he can do that. I'm not saying he's Jokic, but he could do that, and he can pass, right? And his game, it always looks like it's so much power that a lot of times you commit sometimes to try to stop him down low, and then he makes a pass to a guy on perimeter. I'm really confident. The only thing that I'm really scared about is that on defense. When he's playing man-to-man, he gives an effort, but sometimes he gets lost, which is a big problem that we have on this team. He get lost out when, guys are making run around on screens for the three. He also sometimes just gets kind of caught between, do I want to play the lane or do I want to play my guy on the 3-point line? And many times I've seen him when a guy goes to the basket, he doesn't challenge a guy at the rim. He's not like Mitchell Robinson. Every time Mitchell Robinson, he's either going to foul you or he's going to block the crap out of you. And when you watch Randle, you're kind of like, Randle, can you jump at the guy? He kind of just stays and looks sometimes. But it's not as bad as Cantor, but you hope he'll give some more effort, because you see these flash plays by Randle and you're like, damn, can't you do this all the time? I will say one underrated problem about Randle, I don't know what it was this year, but he definitely looked heavier this year, Sim. In some of the games I've watched, he looked, I don't want to say gassed, but it's almost as if he's conserving his energy on offense. And I would hope,
I wish he'd have come earlier,
that he would try to put more effort into kind of keeping his weight down. Remember when he was with the Lakers last year and he had that whole body regimen thing and he looked really slim, he had the abs. I hope that Fizdale puts him on a program where he's a lot slimmer so he can play a little bit more on defense, because he does have the power to play on defense. And if he can do that, it might cut into his offense a little bit, but he could give you an 18, 8 and, a 5 assist. in the way he plays him, the way Randall plays, and especially the fact that now he just started to expand his 3-point game this year because it's the first time he's averaged more than two threes on average a game. This guy, I'm not saying he's going to be special world beater, top 5 player in the league, but this is the type of guy that you build with him, and he can take your team to that 40 range just for the way he plays. And if he can get other guys to play around with him, and he can play better defense, I think he could be an underrated star.
Okay. What about Dennis Smith Jr.? Can he take his game to the next level? He's been working out with CP3, Chris Paul,
which I love.
Trying to get some. Trying to grab some knowledge, pulling some knowledge from Chris Paul. Can he take his game to the next level?
It's honestly all about his attitude, Sim. Now, one thing I like about Dennis Smith Jr., he has a never say die. You're not going to do that in my house type mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, remember that game last year? We got into a fight with, the dude from Simmons? But it was only him by himself. I would have loved to see like a Marcus Morris, some other players kind of get into a scuffle, kind of like, you're not going to be doing all that little fancy crap and you can't even shoot. You're not going to be doing that on our home court. But with Dennis Smith Jr., I'm happy that he's with CP3 because he really needs to understand court awareness and facilitating if he's going to play that one guard spot because he's a 6'2" guard who can't really shoot well. So his game has to come from facilitating. And it's just tough because he just can't shoot well enough. But if he can improve that shot, Sim, look, I've seen some guys with some of the worst forms. Wilson Chandler coming out of DePaul had one of the ugliest forms of shooting, and he became a guy who was shooting close to 40% near his end of time with the Knicks. If you're going to improve his shooting, Sim, and be more of a facilitator, and also, Sim, is a big thing, discipline, because it just kind of seems like he doesn't trust anybody, right? He has to trust Fizdale in a sense, that Fizdale has his best interest at heart. If Fizdale honestly has that, I think he does. He has to trust him. But it's a bigger if with Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. is literally the wild card because Dennis Smith Jr. finds his shot, conserves his athleticism for the right time, and becomes a way better facilitator. The sky's the limit. He's the guy that we all thought we were going to draft and all that stuff. He could be the guy, like I said, with Julius Randle, that pushes you up to that 40% mark. But I think with him, it's discipline. He has to take it as a team environment. I know he got killed or not, got stabbed or whatever by Carlisle. He has to understand, one, this is a business, and two, he has to be in the business of getting better, right? So he has to get better in terms of facilitating and shooting, Sim, or else he's,
Okay. All right. I think. Well, listen. I think
Alfred Payton is doing what he does.
Yeah. Exactly. We'll see. We'll see how that's gonna go. I know that. I know he's working on his shot. At least through the videos that he's put out, he's been working on his shot. We'll see if how everything comes with his being a facilitator and stuff like that. He is one of those guys on the team, though, that has the ability to really go to the next level. Everyone is focusing right now because of Summer League on R.J. Barrett, Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, and Alonzo Trier. But Dennis Smith Jr. does have just the talent that you're looking for, that otherworldly talent. That's what he has, that otherworldly talent that you can't teach. And you hope that you can harness it and turn it into, and help develop him and help him to turn into the player that you need him to be. But he does have that otherworldly talent that you just can't teach. You know what I'm saying? And if we can...
With Franklin Akina, you said confidence. Remember how many times DSJ would literally drive the ball, have the open two shot, and kind of like have that weird hitch where it's like he was unsure of shooting? It's a confidence thing. And I think with him is that sometimes he tries to put on his front like, nah, I'm my own man, like I do what I want. But when he's on the court sometimes, you see like, he's kind of fragile. He doesn't even sometimes believe in taking his game to the next level. So I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to put that out because you put that about Frank, which I agree with. But Dennis Smith Jr. almost has that. He has to have that weird self-realization about himself and look at himself where he's at in the league. It can't be my talent. Look, we know you could jump the gym. I saw a video he put on where this guy, his hops, mind you, he had 2 ACL injuries, which just doesn't make any sense. His hops are ridiculous. But remember, how many guys in the league had hops, and it amounted to nothing? James White had hops, and he couldn't even win as a damn dunk contest. He didn't even make a dunk.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly. I mean, but just saying, he has that right. If you can harness it and help him to really develop that talent into. I mean, he has the ability that you want, that otherworldly talent you want. But can it be developed and harnessed? We'll see. You know what I mean? And we'll see how hard. We'll see what kind of work that he puts in. Because he's the one guy. He's one of those guys on the team that, if he develops into what some people thinks he could be, then you're like, wow. Now we got a guy in Julius Randle, and then we got a Dennis Smith Jr. and you're working with something. We'll see. I mean, it's that third year. It's that third year in the league where you're looking to say, okay, maybe this is that time when a guy can really take a step. So let's see what happens.
Sim, give a lot of these players that are coming back to this team again, give them somewhat of a reprieve from last year, because honestly, last year, Sim, we weren't really running plays. It was just a dead system. And like I said, one thing that helps out point guards is movement. When there are guys moving around to make the easy pass, when you have, like, if you look at the Golden State Warriors, understandably so, yes, they have 2 Hall of Famers in terms of Klay Thompson, or potential Hall of Famers, Klay Thompson and Curry. But when you allow them to have easier looks, now you have the defense guessing. It makes that point guard, even if that point guard isn't naturally that talented, it gets them easier looks, and it makes the offense that much more dangerous, and it gives them confidence. Fizdale has to coach up the system to allow guys to have easy looks, to make the easy pass. That's why I always got on Frank in terms of system, blah, blah. And I'm on the side with most of the guys in terms of Frank has to show and prove. But Fizdale has to coach these guys to not just have this high pick and roll, and let's see if the point guard could beat his man to the basket. And if he gets trapped, or if he gets met at the basket, he dumps it out like a Westbrook thing. That system does not work, Sim. What we saw in the playoffs is movement. A guy who can attract people to him or whatever, and pass to the open guy who's moving. If you saw Toronto, if you saw the Warriors, Fizdale has to coach up this offense, man. It's no longer about all these these sayings and platitudes. Coach up this offense to get easy looks for these guys, man. It builds up so much more confidence. Knox tonight, I know with the Summer League he's shooting in front of people's faces. Imagine if Knox has clearer looks at the basket like he had in Kentucky. You can have a more dangerous Knox and a guy who can literally leapfrog development instead of now he has to work and build up his confidence. No, get these guys easy looks, and that helps build the confidence. That makes the offense a lot stronger. That allows them to work on their weaknesses without the defenses clamping down on it, because now they have to worry about the whole offense versus, now I know DSJ can't shoot. I can just play up on him, versus DSJ can blow past me and there's an open guy moving around, or there's 2 open guys moving around, and I have to account for that. So now I'm double guessing where I got to be. I got to double guess where the pick and roll is. I got to double guess where the guy cutting to the back. I have to think about too many things, and by the time I look up, DSJ has an open pass to a guy cutting to the basket. You know what I mean? So sorry for ranting. All right,
man.
There's so many things with DSJ, man. So much potential.
Yeah. A lot of potential with DSJ. He's got all kinds of potential. We'll see if it can be harnessed. I'm gonna get to Isaiah. Then I'm gonna take a couple of phone calls. I got about 7 minutes left. So Isaiah, don't use it all. Don't use all the 7 minutes. I am gonna do last words though, but don't use it all. Go ahead, man.
I gotta go because nature calls, and
Go ahead,
man. I'm just being honest.
Go ahead, man. But, you don't gotta be honest about everything.
Listen,
you could just be like, I gotta rock.
Beating you in ball this Saturday. Everybody watch. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have cheerleaders. We're gonna have making the band.
Man,
Diddy's
what are you
out
saying? What kind of point was you trying to make?
Oh, anyways, with Julius Randle and those guys. Julius Randle. Look, Sam, I'll be real. This would be an A+ sign if Julius Randle shows me something on the defensive end. Again, I'm not really worried about offense with Julius Randle. I'm really not, because he's kind of a mix between old school and new school power forward. So he can get into the hole. He can, abuse people there and, get his points. It's just, to me, I just want to see on the defensive end, because that's what I'm really worried about right now, Sam, the defensive stuff and the system that we're going to be playing in. That's what really, really is concerning me. Viv, me and Viv talked before, and Viv made a very excellent point about Scott Perry. I love Scott Perry, Sam. I really, really do. He's been our best GM in a very long time, since Just my man. Was it Walsh? That was my man. Was it Danny Walsh? Donnie Walsh?
Donnie Walsh.
Yeah, that was that was the best GM we had since Donnie Walsh. The one thing with Scott Perry that he doesn't do, what it looks like he doesn't do, is that he drafts intelligent, high IQ players. Let me not say intelligent. Let me say high IQ players. Right now he's going with the athleticism and the athletic guys that can get their shots. It's just the IQ players he just hasn't really gotten, because what really frustrates me is like we got Moutier to do what with him. That's the part that's a little frustrating. And I know it's good for Moutier because he's going to go out the league. It's good for him. It's good for him. But my point is, we had Frank and these couple other guys that could have used the reps, and we didn't get nothing from Moutier. And he got his. It was good for him. But when it came to the Knicks, what did it do? Those minutes could have went to people that's going to stay on the team longer.
But this is the thing. But this was the whole thing about last year. Part of last year was to try out to see can Moutier stay on the team, to see if he could really take his game to another level where they wanted to keep him. That's what the purpose was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the purpose was.
Hey, man, listen, I'm about to head out.
Yeah, man, go ahead and take care of your business, man.
Hey, so you gonna be on Friday?
Probably. I'm gonna be on. Yeah, I'll be on Friday.
Hey, guess what? I'm gonna be there.
But
listen, Saturday, everybody. Listen, you're gonna see the aftermath. It's gonna be amazing.
He don't know what he's talking about. He about to get his grill cracked. He's getting his grill cracked. I'm gonna take a couple of phone calls, man. This guy talking noise. We're gonna record it too. He wants to play one-on-one. I don't know why he wants to play one-on-one, but we're gonna play one-on-one. I'm gonna bust him real quick. All right. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping? You want to go ahead and mute that in the background, please?
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. What's going on with you, bro?
No, how's it going, Tim?
I'm good, man. I'm real good.
Yeah. No, I'm just glad you're back. Scared me a minute.
Yeah, man. They tried to get me. They tried to take me out.
Yeah,
but
tried to get me. All right. So what topic are you wanna?
Right now, we kind of wrapping up the show. So you got about a minute or so.
Okay.
Anything you wanted to touch on, or add any question?
I'm just, it's driving me crazy listening to Knicks fans. Do you realize Dennis Smith Jr. averaged 15 points for a career? And 5 assists. He's not a slouch. Him and Alfred Payton are two of the fastest down the court guys in the league. And Julius Randle's a walking bucket. He's the number one option, which we haven't had since Porzingis went down. So, we shouldn't really get too crazy about Summer League, because half of these, Iggy's not playing. Kadeem's never playing. None of the big guys were playing. RJ's stat line was ridiculous tonight, and he was playing with Wooten and Kavanaugh. In the regular season, he's going to be tossing that ball to Mitch and Randall, and if it's not Randall, Portis. I'll take that all day. I think we got a borderline playoff team on our hands if Fizdale plays the game right and doesn't tank us like he did last year. All right, have a good night, guys.
All right. I appreciate it, man. And we're gonna see. We will see. Only time will tell. We'll see how this team gels together. You know what I mean? We'll see how this team gels together. Oh, Isaiah is going to come down here so he can play one-on-one with me and get his grill bust. That's going to be funny. We're going to record it. We're going to put it out there so you guys can see it. It's going to be hard to do it live because, service may not be good. And I want you guys to see it clearly. You know what I mean? I don't want you to see it pixelated. I want you to see it really, really clear, how he gets bust out there. Get another phone call in. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's poppin'?
Sam, what's good, family?
What's up with you, my man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling like I'm ready for the season to start, killer.
All right. That's what's up. I can't wait till we get into training camp, man.
Hey, absolutely. I can't wait for training camp. I like, as we talked about before, I like the moves. If if what I heard today is real, if we can get Morris in here, we haven't had a front court that has been so physical and rough and tough in
Exactly.
20 plus years. 20
Exactly.
plus years we haven't had, and I would just want to see practices. You know what I'm saying? I would just want to see practices and see how these guys really get at it, because that body right there would be another competitive force that these young guys could really learn from. Like Knox, if Morris is on the team, Knox, I could tell you right now, you're not starting.
Yo, and listen, this goes to something, because you got these kind of vets on the team, right? You got Julius Randle, Marcus Morris, if he's on the team, if he's going to be on the team, Alfred Payton. Listen, you can't just put somebody out there just because they're supposed to be the future, right? You can't do that. It's not good for them. It's not good for them. I understood last year they were tanking, right? As much as I was against it, they were tanking. So you say, we're going to put them out there. But now you got some vets that's been in the league that know how to play the game. They're going to play defense. They know how to play the game, right? You got to put the best players on the floor. You're gonna play those guys. You got to play them to help them develop. But they will develop better if they have this comfort zone, knowing that all the pressure isn't on them to win. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be able to develop better. And like you're right. If you got Marcus Morris, you got guys that's better than them right now, let them start. Let them guys come off the bench, develop their game. You know what I'm saying? And when the time is right, they'll be ready to start. But they'll be able to learn. They'll be able to see these guys and learn from them. You know what I mean? And if these guys can play ball, maybe we get in a position where we're really competitive, like I was talking to Viv, we're just outside of that 8th spot. Everybody gets a chance to really fight for a playoff spot. That's how you develop these kids, man. And if you just give them the spot just because they're supposed to be this or that, then you can hurt the development that way.
You can truly hurt their development because you just can't just hand things over.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? You just can't just hand things over. And I'm saying that for Knox in particular, because that player right there, the Knox, the Franks, he would absolutely be carving away playing time from that position right there, because the 3-4, I don't see him, if we were to get him, I don't see him playing a lot of 4 necessarily, because we have so many bigs, but that 3 right there, he would definitely, impede, some of them, but you'd have to earn it. You would absolutely have to earn it. So I'm really hoping tomorrow that this is a done deal, that he takes this money and we move on, because that would be just another piece. Because I already think without him, we're fighting for the 8-7 seed. I already think that.
Okay.
I absolutely believed it, and I liked, to switch a little bit. My key person this year for this Knickerbocker team is the gentleman who stepped out and had his little conference, this week, which is Dennis Smith Jr. It's really all on him, and I like how he's embracing. We got Elfridge is here now and so forth, but I'm all up for competition, because even if his shot, Sim, is not, let's just say for instance he ups his shooting percentage to 43%, whatever. Not the most efficient, but with his athletic ability and him being able to get in that lane and cause the havoc that he can cause, if he just makes the right decisions, the right passes, if he just makes the right passes, it's not going to matter, because you can't, that kind of athletic ability. I was watching some of his games and stuff again. You can't stop that.
I know. He has that otherworldly athletic ability that it just doesn't. You wish that players had it, right?
You wish that players had it, and whoever's guarding him, he's gonna keep you on skates because you know at any moment in time you can be on a billboard.
Right.
He can put you on an absolute poster in a heartbeat because he has that kind of talent. So he's the one I'm really watching. I'm not stressing RJ Barrett at all. Not in the least. I don't know what people are looking for in Summer League.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for in Summer League? You're looking for what? Like we talked about last year. I remember coming out of Summer League, you was really hype on Knox, and I kept saying you, Sim, hold on. Let's wait, because the moment he had his first game in the NBA, the next day when they spoke to him, he was so wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, he couldn't believe. You remember he couldn't believe how strong these guys were.
Right.
How big they was. I was like, oh no, that's not a good. Like, oh God, this guy's really starstruck right now. He's gonna have to catch himself. But I like the growth that I'm seeing in him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like him. He's still a young man. What is he?
Yeah.
He just turned 20 years old.
Just turned 20 years old.
I like what Perry and Mills have done with these pieces right here. If you couldn't get, we're not going to talk about those guys, just the one-and-ones outside of Randall. And I think Randall's going to have another 20 plus 9, 10 rebound season. Outside of that, this is the way you go. This is the way you go.
This is the way you go.
Yeah, this is the way you go. You get these little a piece here and a piece there, and fine. And I like I'm gonna tell you, I saw the young man. What's his name? Amir Hinton.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know he's D-League bound, but the boy got some shine on him. I've watched him his game a little bit. I'm like, he reminds me a lot of Joe Johnson.
Okay.
Needs some growth. I know he's going to D-League, but he's one of those pieces that in another year or two, you could see like, well, wow. When did we get him again?
Right, you might have a little piece there. Yeah. Listen, they're doing a good job, man. They're doing a great job finding guys, finding guys out the bushes, shaking the trees and having something drop out and then putting it away, stashing it. They're doing a great job of doing that, man. And it's gonna in the future, we're gonna see, the fruits of our labor, I believe. You know what I mean? Because they're doing it the right way.
Oh, and I can't wait to get back Wilkes. And one or two things before I go. Let me ask: is it possible we can get up in Brooklyn and at the Barclays Center?
You know what? I actually was a couple of months ago. I was on a call with a guy, a representative from the Barclays, and he said when the season opens up, when they put the schedule out, he's going to give me a call back so we can try to get some seats there. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to do that.
Sim, I want to wipe my feet in that place so bad. You hear me? I want to wipe my Timbs in that place.
I feel you.
I'm wearing my crusty Timbs. You understand what I'm saying? I want to wipe my feet in that place so bad. Like these Nets fans don't even understand how bad is it going to be for you guys. I'm looking at your front court right now, and against our front court right now, and we add a Morris. I'm telling you right now, don't let a fight start. Don't let a fight start. I'm telling you.
Look. We gotta get, and all these Nick content creators out here, we gotta get just mad Nick fans. When the Knicks play the Nets at Barclays, we just gotta get mad Nick fans to get tickets and just take over the arena. You know what I'm saying? And just let them know this is never going to be a Brooklyn Nets town.
Never,
you know what I'm saying?
Never.
We just gotta rate it and let them know.
Never. It's never going to be your town. And one more thing before I go. Okay.
All right.
I saw the video, and I don't know whose feathers you ruffled, but with the who shot you in the background, I'm not gonna lie to you, son. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was right there with you, and if I knew they was gonna pull some little bush league stuff on and banning you for a day, I want to say this. YouTube, you have millions of the most disgusting content that a human being can find. And whoever you have the time to pay attention to little banter back and forth between rival teams and rival fans. Are you really serious out
Right.
here?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. For real. You know what I mean? That's crazy. All this other stuff, man, like people committing suicide and all kinds of wild stuff, and this is what they choose to take off. It's crazy.
And this is what they choose to like, because I didn't know that until I heard your opening monologue, and I was like, whoa, really? What's really good? But I'm gonna let you go, family. Don't let you. If it happens again, they boycott you, I boycott them. It's that simple.
I feel you. I appreciate you, my man.
One more. Don't think I didn't notice your boy's not gonna get signed. Don't think I didn't know your boy.
Don't do it. Somebody's gonna get him. Somebody got If he don't get signed, if he does not get signed, then he might as well just go ahead and retire, man.
He's from Brooklyn anyway. Go
Right.
home. He's from Brooklyn anyway.
I don't want to see him in the Nets uniform. But
yo, fam, stay up. I know you got other
No doubt.
callers. We
I
riding with
appreciate
you,
it.
my brother.
I appreciate
All right.
you, bro. All right. Peace.
man.
Definitely. Yo, look, we got to get Knicks fans. As soon as that schedule comes out, we got to get Knicks fans at the Barclays Center. That's just it. We got to take over the building. We're going to take over the building and just let them know we're taking over the building. You know what I mean? Taking over the building. Well, look, Knicks fans, I'm heading out, man. All right, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. Been on for about 3 hours. We're going to get up out of here. I appreciate you guys for staying on with me. I'm going to get these guys in the chat a couple of last words. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and let it flow. Viv, I'm coming to you, Viv. If you got some last words for us.
So Tim, my last words are just let's hope for a victory tomorrow. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, man, yeah.
It would suck really going down 0-4. I know there's probably one more game after this, I think. But
what are the playoff rules?
I think everybody goes in the playoffs if I'm correct. Playoff bracket, I thought everybody goes in.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm checking right now. Let's see. It's a bracket, and I thought everybody goes in, but or maybe not. If you have the worst record, I think maybe you're eliminated. But I don't know.
Because I mean, look, if everybody goes into the playoffs, that'd be nice.
Nah, I thought that, and maybe last year we didn't have that good of a record, but maybe I thought that. But I think we probably at least had to win one game to even have consideration in the bracket.
Probably.
Yeah.
It
you
would
sucks
think
because this
something.
game I thought they could have beat a Raptors team that I think a lot of it's their G League team, but I thought that our team could have at least made it competitive and just squeaked out a win today. It's just that they just outworked us and then we just gave up a good chunk of this game. So
Yeah, I mean, there's 30. All 32 teams are playing.
Yeah.
In the summer league, and there's only 4 games in the summer league. So yeah, everyone's not gonna play.
Yeah,
in
the first
playoffs.
24 play for the title, and then there's like a consolation or something.
Yes. Okay.
So
something like that.
Maybe one more game in the max, but again, it's like I hope we didn't. I hope like most of the team didn't check out, which it seemed like they did today. I just if someone could put a little bit of a fight, that would be really nice. But
yeah. So the team, look, the Knicks needed to win today and then win tomorrow so that they wouldn't be in so that they would at least be in the top 24.
Yeah.
If they win tomorrow and then maybe some of these other teams lose, Philadelphia, Portland, the Hawks, Charlotte, Milwaukee, Toronto, Orlando, Denver, the Clippers. Orlando. So Orlando, Toronto, Milwaukee, Charlotte, Atlanta, Portland, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Chicago, Houston. They all got one win. China got one win too. You know what I mean? So
China, Croatia,
yeah. So if we can get a win, and then maybe some of these other teams lose, maybe we get a chance to get bumped up. Probably not. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah, but all right. Well,
what do you do?
I'll catch you tomorrow night, man. I'm gonna be on tomorrow night.
All right, catch you tomorrow, Tim.
All right, man. Later. Okay, Andy, because I know you probably trying to get your day started or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going straight to work, man. Today it's 15 minutes till my alarm goes off, so I'm not going to bed yet.
Right.
Yeah. Well, as my last word, Sim, I'll take RJ's stat line from today's game and any NBA game. So I'd be happy with that one. And what more? Probably see you tomorrow. I'll try to get up. Guillermo said that I should pass, but I think I'm going to try.
Yeah, man, you might need to get some rest. We will really appreciate it if we see you tomorrow. You might need to get some rest though.
Yes, every second day is fine. Day after day, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to try. Man. I'm going to try.
All right, man. All right. Well, I know you're not getting some rest, but have a good day at work.
Yeah. You guys
all right, later.
Bye.
All right, later, man. All right, Guillermo, it's on you, bro. Oh, hold up. One second. Let me unmute you. There you go.
Sorry about that.
Just one question. Just one. I just got one question.
I did like RJ facilitating the ball. I think that makes him more dangerous and opens up the offense for him. So, look, I just want to see these guys tinker around, have fun tomorrow. Like, who cares about Summer League? I don't care if China wins. Hopefully, I want China to win the Summer League. I think I could care less, but
you want China to win
I just want to see more development from these guys, man. The Marcus Morris thing. Hopefully, that happens. Westbrook, we better stay the heck away from. Let's keep building. Let these guys, let the front office do their thing. Let Fizdale coach. But yeah, other than that, let's just take everything in stride, man. This is Summer League. Who cares?
Okay. All right.
So salute to you, Sim, man. You're not gonna be here tomorrow, right? No, you
I'm
are?
gonna be on. Yeah, I'm gonna be on tomorrow.
You're gonna be here tomorrow. Right, cool. And congrats on getting that the boot off your car. So nice to see that. They didn't keep the band on for too long, but salute to you, Sim. Shout out to the chat.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hey, just one question. Is it you got the AC up in your house or something?
Yeah, the AC on. Why, you can hear that?
Nah, you got the winter hat on. I figure it must be cold in the house.
Oh, nah. I just because I got this hat. I don't know why I was wearing it.
It's pretty dope, though. That's a nice hat, though.
It's actually kind of hot in this place.
It's a nice hat, though.
Yo, Sim,
I'm getting one of them.
You got jokes, man.
I was just asking the question.
I never bother you, man. You got jokes. What?
I was asking the question. It's a dope hat, though. I think I'm going to get the same one.
Oh, all right.
My daughter got a Giants one like that.
Oh, tell her to sell it. Who cares about the Giants, man?
Oh, come on. You're a Jets fan. I forgot about that, right? You're a Jets fan, right?
Come on.
That's Conan. Come on. Hey, look, we really got to get Knicks fans at the Barclays Center, man. Really trying to set that up.
Look,
really trying to set that up.
I don't know what the tickets are now, but if you want to start like a troll squad, I'm definitely down to do that, man. I'm definitely down to go to games and just yell out Knicks, especially when they play the Knicks. So, do you know the preseason schedule, Sim?
No, I don't even think it's out yet. I don't even think it's out yet. I don't think it's not going to come out until August.
So schedule preseason. Okay. This is July. Yeah, Sim. If you want to, I'd love to go. If you get a put. I don't. But you can't. You have to get a package through the Barclays. Obviously.
Through Barclays. Yeah, you can't get it through MS. I mean, as soon as it comes out, I'm gonna try to see if we can get something to a preseason game. Because look, next year, I mean, the price of the tickets might go up a little bit because Kyrie is there, but it's not gonna go up like it will when KD gets there. You know what I mean? So if there's a time to do it, next year is a great. Well, this season is a great time to do it because all the, you got all the talk going on. So we can get half the crowd to be Knicks fans.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. And I know at least with Knicks, they don't raise the tickets. Like they raise the tickets, they make the price changes early. So like say if Katie and Kyrie came to the Knicks, those tickets, at least the season tickets for season ticket holders, wouldn't have gone up. It would go up next year. So
it would go up
maybe it's the same way with the Nets. Maybe you get some cheap tickets. Yeah, I'm down. When the schedule comes out, I'll be hounding you on that.
All right, man.
I'm down for that.
No doubt.
All right,
I'm going to get up out of here,
Take
man.
Take care. Peace, man.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Today.
Yeah, later on today. All right, Knicks fans. I appreciate you guys for staying up with me, without a doubt. You know what I mean? I'm going to take these off because it's getting kind of hot in here. Fix my hat. But I appreciate you guys for staying up with me. It's now 12:51 a.m. We've been on for about 3 hours. It's a good show, though. It's a good show. I came in late. You probably didn't see. I had sweat all on my shirt when I came in. You know what I mean? Because I rushed in straight from practice. But it was a really good show. I appreciate you guys for being here with me. I will be on tomorrow night. I don't even know who the Knicks play tomorrow night, but I'll be on tomorrow night so that we can call the game once again. This time I will be on time because I do not have practice tomorrow, which is a good thing. I do want to remind you to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime that I go live, drop a video, whatever it is. Also, you can support me. Many ways you can support me. You can go to my website. All right, go to my website. Sign up to be a member of the website. You could be a VIP member. You could just be a regular member. It doesn't matter. It's cool. You know what I mean? There you go. I just put my website in the chat, right? You can become a VIP member. You can be a regular member. You can also purchase your tickets to NBK opening night. I don't know when that opening night is, but you're reserving your ticket. And then as soon as the final price is available, you get a bill, you pay for it. So you can go on the website and check that stuff out. Usher Sports, she said, Sim, if you lose to Isaiah, you have to eat his cooking on air. Bet. If I lose to Isaiah, I will eat his cooking on air. I don't think I'm not going to lose. I better not lose. If I lose, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad because, Isaiah doesn't strike me as being, exactly coordinated. Just saying. But anyway, folks, I'm getting out of here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for staying up with me. Thank you for rocking with me all night long. You know what I mean? And I'm out of here. Have yourself a good night, a good day at work tomorrow. Any new developments, I will drop a video, and I'll see you tomorrow night. 9 o'clock, I'll be on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, so we get in a little bit early. Peace.
Says on the beat.